someone just say Zardonic? Oh my god, fellow fan in the chat. Hello, you're getting me a hankering to put something on here. We can do that. We can do that real quick. I'll go back and cut out this song from the stream later, don't worry. Let me say. People can't wait like 5 minutes. Oh, Lord, I'm playing this song till completion. It's good. All right, shh. Someone mentioned Zardonic in chat. I'm like, shit, I gotta put on a song right now. I had to do it. I had to do it. It's just, I could not surpass an opportunity. I could not pass up the opportunity to, like, enjoy a song with, like, one other fellow Zardonic fan. Because, like, no one fucking heard it. And no one's fucking heard of this guy. Except maybe, like, 6 people on the planet. Song name Ryan. Subscribe. Anti-Hero by Zardonic. Good music. In general. This song is ass. Oh, I bet you like listening to fucking, I don't know. What would you listen to? The guy in chat who says the song is ass. What's like, What's like a modern day absolute schizo song that the kids listen to? Like what is that absolute fucking mess that people listen to? Hold on, I like fill me in. Not Weezer. No, not Weezer. Funk remixes. You know, that's probably what these children listen to. I assume, anyway. I assume. I said no offense. I am offended. I am offended. I take it personally when you don't like the music that I do. I'm coming to your house tonight, and it's over for you. Reddit ass statement. Oh my god. Trendy meme but funk. I'll play one more copyrighted song, and then I'm gonna have to cut this part out of the VOD so like I don't get my shit like completely rocked, but it's okay. Let's see. What's like a cool song kids would like? What's a cool song that kids would like? I'm not reading that. All my favorite artists are dead 1970s Spanish songs. That's a bit niche. It's a bit niche. Dude, fucking 2011 Skrillex? Sure. Scary monsters and nice sprites a la 2011 that I've not listened to intentionally for many years because that song is just not that good. Going back and listening to it, there are far better options for dubstep. Carpenter Brut, yes, also phenomenal music. There's so many options. I better not, because like the more copyrighted shit I play, the higher the chance the VOD's gonna get region locked or fucked. So I'll just go ahead and get the stream going here. Let me actually pull up some sanitized music for this occasion here. It's a little gay. We're not doing that. Little gay. Let's have some less gay music. Reset that. There we go. Now I think we're good. We can rock with this. Play the Sticky Sweethearts. Would if I could, but I can't, so I won't. In West Texas, winter storm's kicking my ass. It's just barely warming in my room. Any 3 music artists you recommend me to listen to? Yeah, it's freaking, what is it? What is the temperature outside right now? Speaking of which, speaking of the winter storm, that's blowing into South Texas right now. We're not getting any like snow or crazy ice, but it's fucking cold here. Yeah, it's that cold. So it's chilly. Three artists that I recommend you to listen to. Let me pull up all of the artists I have, because for whatever reason I can never remember all of the things I listen to off the top of my head. I don't dedicate brain cells to that for one reason or another. We're in hell right now, -10. Oh my god, how do you... this is why I stay in Texas. Like, we endure our sweltering summers just so I don't have to deal with that or snow. Because fuck snow, first of all. I would rather deal with sub-Saharan sweltering heat than anything that resembles consistent ice and snow during the winter season. No thanks. I'm not doing that. Fuck that shit. Artists I like, to name a few, if I must do so. God, I hate Spotify's layout. They need to stop moving my shit around. We'll throw out some niche ones for you. Inf, INF. I'll type it in chat. This guy makes nothing but phenomenal music. Lemon Jelly, and put a more popular name in there. We'll say Fatboy Slim. Surely you've heard some Fatboy Slim songs before. Even if you don't know it's by Fatboy Slim and you don't know the name of the songs, you've definitely heard some of Fatboy Slim's biggest and best hits. I'm gonna be -2 at night here in Maine. Goddamn, that is just not as bad. You're in Maine, but you're also on the coast, so you can't get super cold because of the high humidity on the coastline. But some parts of, well, I know some parts of Canada are like getting down to -50, which is insane. That's nuts. Yeah, -30 or however cold it is. Yeah, I don't understand how anyone lives north of Oklahoma. I am more than comfortable living down here in Texas because fuck that shit. No, big fat no thank you. Must be nice having your power grid ran by people who care about your well-being. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a knee slapper. That's rich. Yeah, they really care about my fucking being. 2021. 2021 is a great time. Anything below 40 degrees Fahrenheit is where I basically just want to die and I refuse to go outside. And it's right at the freezing mark right now, and it's only gonna get colder. So no thank you. -1, -3, 0, -9. Ooh. Ted Cruz left Texas. We're cooked. Yeah, he seems to hightail it out of here whenever there's any inclement weather coming our way. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to I don't know, Turks and Caicos or whatever that island is called. It is a sign of disaster. Ted leaves, it's over. He's getting the fuck out of here. 6 Celsius is actually pretty warm. No, that's fucking cold here. Like, things don't get warm for a thin-blooded Texan like myself until, like, 35 centigrade, 36 centigrade, 38 centigrade. Like, pushing 95, 98, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, then that's warm. That's hot. But anything kind of in and around, you know, mid-80s, lower 90s, you know, that's what I thrive on. Only old people dislike snow? What the fuck does anyone here genuinely enjoy walking through snow, ice, and slush and busting your ass because you slip on a patch of ice and just getting wet and soggy? It doesn't matter like what waterproof shit you have on, it just soaks in. It's bitterly cold. Anyone saying yes is fucking lying. Anyone who says yes is fucking lying. Walking through snow sucks. You get wet, you get cold. Oh, ice is fun. Ice is nice. No, it's not. Knocks down power lines. People can't fucking drive for shit. You have to salt your sidewalks. You're gonna fall over walking on any iced over surface. You are full of hot dog shit. Nuh-uh. No one, anyone saying yes is a liar. And I hope your nose grows 75 inches. All these Pinocchios in chat right now. You guys are insane. Snow is peak. I'll take no slander. I will happily slander your snow. The beautiful life of us mountain people. You can keep it. You can keep your mountains. I'll stick to my desert. I will happily stick to my desert. I've never seen snow in my life. It rains here max. Yeah, the first time I saw snow and could remember it, I was 11. Yeah. Because it just doesn't snow here. It snowed here probably a total of 5 times in my whole life. And one of those times was over a foot. And that was like a freak incident of nature that just does not happen this far south. As a former Alaskan, snow is nothing to me. I bet you don't miss it. Like, do you miss the snow? It's like, oh yeah, I want to fucking walk around it again. I want to get soaked through down to my bones. As my socks get soggy and cold. No. These pain meds the doctor prescribed after my wisdom teeth removal are hitting different than over-the-counter stuff. Yeah, they probably gave you Oxy. They gave you some kind of opioid for sure. Something that is very, very potent. That's why you're feeling a little bit looped. That shit makes you feel good. That's why it's addictive. So don't take more than you need. One time I had to walk home from school during a snowstorm when I was younger, and it was up to my knees. I bet that was fun. Snow and ice might be bad, but nothing is worse than swimming in below 0-degree water. Salt water, I assume. But yeah, I would die. Also, why would you have to do that if anything other than, say, like a military training or some kind of underwater maintenance of some kind wearing a wetsuit? And even then, it's extremely dangerous. You'd have to wear one of those suits where they pump hot water into it in order to keep you from freezing. Like, so like when it snowed, back when it snowed here in 2021, it was initially really beautiful. Like after the snow fell, it was really pretty. Went outside, walked over to a park, was having fun, frolicking. I made a snow angel for the first time in my life. And during the day, all of the snow was slowly melting because it got above freezing for a good while. But then the core of the cold air sunk south, and all of that refroze into, I shit you not, like at least 2 or 3 inches of ice on every flat surface. And power lines were covered, trees were covered. It was hell on earth. I think we had something like 6 or 7 6 or 7 straight days. If you type it in chat, I'm banning you. Of below freezing temperatures. I'm banning all of you. Every single one of you that types it, I'm banning you immediately. There's one. Who wants it? Every single one of you that says it, I'm banning you. Every single one of you is getting banned. It's not fucking funny. It is not fucking funny. You are mentally 12 years old. Because the only people I see doing this shit are 12 years old. Only children. Only children do it. And you're all children right now. Everyone making this fucking joke in my chat is a goddamn child. Oh, you got hydrocodone? Yep, that'll do it. Hydrocodone makes you feel very good. Just be careful. Hydrocodone is, not only do they hand out that shit like candy, but they end up giving you way more than you actually need. The 21 meme was better because at least the source of the meme with 21 is actually funny. Because if you watch the video, it'll at least give you, or at least induce some kind of audible chuckle because the video is dumb, and then therefore repeating it reminds you of the funny video. But the source of the dumb 67 meme is like some kid just saying it in a funny way with his bowl cut, and then that hooked on for whatever goddamn reason. It is immensely devoid of anything that resembles humor, and I absolutely despise Zoomer humor. Gen Alpha humor, because it's like Zoomers are gone. No more Zoomers are being born. It's all Gen Alpha now. It's Gen Alpha humor that is for some reason even worse. Somehow, my god, worse than the dumb shit I was laughing at in 2010 in high school. I don't know how, I don't even know how it's possible to come up with even dumber shit to laugh at than the shit I was laughing at in 2010. See, I know it's from a rap song, but the only reason why it got popular was like some kid saying it at a basketball game, and like someone was like, "Oh, you said it funny, It makes me immensely sad that a third of my generation was denied the right to exist. I don't understand what that means. Thomas the Dank Engine is where humor peaked. It was all down here. Well, we're gonna stroke my beard and think about when and where did humor peak? When and where did humor peak? Abortion? Oh yeah, right. I think and this is getting into very talk about a complete shift in topic where we're going from like dumb Gen Alpha humor over to something that's very bleak. Where I saw a very shocking statistic where the rates of abortion are like higher now than ever before. Oh, that's horrible. Keep it in your pants or wear a condom, please. It's not that hard. Trust me, it's not that fucking hard. My god. Twitter's gonna be mad at that one. Listen, dude, I'm Catholic. I am not a fan of abortion. I'm not saying it should be illegal. I prefer the stance that was held during, I believe, the Clinton administration, where it was safe, legal, and rare. Those 3 words. Safe, legal, but as rare as fucking possible. Because I can't condone it, but I also understand that there's specific situations where it's, not that you don't have a choice, but God will forgive you later on if you ask for it in specific situations. So that's my stance, if anyone actually cares about that. But the number 1 tip, keep it in your pants or wear a condom. It's not that hard. Oop, I just hit my microphone. Did I unplug? I'd like roll over to it. Alright, we're good. Oh my god. Look at this fucking awful posture I have, Jesus. I gotta work on that. Fucking... brutal. Ugh, I got this fucking 24-hour rated chair. I gotta properly sit in it. It's even got lumbar support, but I just stick my neck out so far. Nice muscles. I'm lanky as shit, dude. I'm working on it. I mean, I have like definition, but I'm still very, very twiggy. You can see the sinews in my hands. I'm working on it. I'm gaining weight. It's just a slow process. You call that lanky? Dude, I am fucking lanky. It just, part of being tall comes with it. Anyways, we have a lot of things to get to today on stream. So, two things I want to talk, actually 3 things I would like to talk about before I actually hop into my server. So, to start, okay? Like, just to start, some of y'all might have caught wind of some news that Valve would no longer be supporting medals in the game. Some of y'all might have seen that. There was a tweet that I think Kritzcast put out that so it was, they were discussing how a okay, blah, blah, blah. Gotta warm up my voice here. They were discussing that there was a Valve email that was going around where Valve basically said, Eric Smith basically said that they would no longer be supporting in-game tournament medals, and by extension, no longer supporting in-game medals at all. And that came as quite a shock because Valve had been supporting community medals for many years. So for them to suddenly say, hey, we're not doing it anymore, is like, whoa, that's really jarring. Where the hell did this come from? So that lasted about 24 hours because one day later, Eric put out another email saying, never mind, we're going to continue support on tournament medals. We're walking back what we said. And so I was initially going to make a short little video explaining why Valve had made that decision, but by the time I was almost done, they had sent out the second email saying, never mind, we're going to keep supporting medals. So, here's why I think is the biggest reason why Valve the other day just got like really fed up and said, fuck it, we're not supporting medals anymore. So, first, we need a little bit of context as to why this would be a bad thing. A lot of people that play competitive TF2, especially like in the lower divisions, really only engage in leagues because they want a medal. And the same can be said for a lot of community events like the Potato.tf guys. A lot of people engage in those events because they want to get the medal. They're not like super diehard into it. And so when the news came out that medals are being discontinued, like a lot of people were saying, oh my god, this is gonna be like a massive blow to the amount of engagement that competitive tournaments have and competitive leagues have, and then by extension, community events and what have you. Because again, it seemed like the implication was that community medals were also going to be no longer supported. So, yes, that was why it was such a big deal. And so the reason why this happened, I got filled in by some people that have a lot more information on this than I do. So, some context. Whenever you submit something onto the TF2 Community Workshop, what you do is you upload the item yourself, and then you attach the Steam accounts of all of the other people that worked on it with you. So you have the item, and then you have the contributors that are listed like down on the lower right-hand side, okay? And if the item is accepted into the game, the people that made the item are given what is known as a self-made version of the item. It comes with a special green border, and it comes with the Community Sparkle effect. This is a very exclusive item that is only reserved for people that get items accepted into Team Fortress 2. And historically, Valve would go out of their way to grant community items to specific community members that didn't make something, but had otherwise significantly contributed to, say, a larger community effort. And it was Valve's way of saying, hey, we thank you for doing this, here's an acknowledgement, here, have this Community Sparkle item, right? And I think the TF2 Wiki's got a list of all the people that have received one in the past, but Valve has long since discontinued that practice, and now only hand out self-mades to people that get their items accepted into Team Fortress 2. Now then, because these self-mades are what they are, and they have the Community Sparkle effect, naturally, they're highly desirable. The problem is that they're not tradable. So, how do you get your hands on one if you're not the person that made the item? Well, what oftentimes happens in the TF2 workshop scene, including in groups like the TF2 Emporium, is you have people like traders or big item collectors reach out to the people that made these items and say, hey, I will give you money in order to attach me as a contributor to your item, so if and when it gets accepted, I also get a self-made version of this item. So they're effectively selling a self-made to a person that wants one in exchange for money. And this happens all the time. It happens all the time. It's been happening for years. I'm not kidding. It's been happening all the time. It's been happening for years, for as long as I can fucking remember, okay? It's not duping. It's just attaching accounts that should not be there. So whenever Valve accepts the item into the game, those people will also get a self-made. And traders and item collectors pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to also be attached to these accounts, just so they can also get a self-made. Yeah, so that's been happening for a long time. And there was also like some, and this is ancient lore on my channel now, but there was like another smaller YouTuber guy that was effectively trying to pay a couple of workshoppers that didn't know any better to not only have his name attached to an item to get a self-made, but also to take the lion's share of the revenue for himself. And that rubbed me the wrong way, and I called him out on it, and that, you know, people who remember that. Anyway, tournament medals work in the exact same way. In order for a tournament medal to be accepted into Team Fortress 2, you first have to upload it onto the workshop, okay? And the same process happens. You upload it and you attach all of the creators onto that medal, so once it's accepted, the people who make the medal then get a self-made version of that medal, and it gets put into Team Fortress 2. Unfortunately, some years ago, this is like before 2019, competitive medal creators were actually selling self-made versions of these items to people that wanted them. And this was happening so much that there were actually a whole bunch of single-day tournaments that were popping up, just so they could make a new medal to have a self-made and then sell off self-mades to people that wanted them. Like, they were trying to make money doing this. So back in 2019, Valve stepped in and said, hey, no more. We are no longer accepting brand new tournament medals into Team Fortress 2, and no more community medals. So since then, actually no, just tournament medals, not community medals. So since then, Valve has no longer been accepting new tournament medal models and has since been recycling all of the ones that are already in the game. And so from 2018 moving forwards, they had to do something different. These shady guys had to start doing something different. So, in order to distribute a medal on behalf of Valve, in order to distribute a competitive tournament medal on behalf of Valve, all of these competitive leagues, they actually have a piece of their own third-party software that you can enter a Steam account and it will give people that medal. Valve doesn't do it. Valve doesn't do it. The competitive leagues do, okay? And again, all they need in order to distribute a medal is they need what is known as your Steam API key, so you can access the tool. Then they need what is known as the promo ID of the medal itself. This is a little line of numbers that is given to these guys directly from Valve. And then they plug in the Steam account to send the item to, and then the system automatically grants those items to the people that were competing in competitive tournament leagues, okay? And so every league works this way. They have a medal, they input the promo ID with their Steam API key, and then they distribute all of the medals out to the people that were competing in their leagues. So, all you need to distribute a medal is the API key and the promo ID. And it turns out, Brazil Fortress in South America was actually selling their tournament medals. They were selling access to their tournament medals to people they shouldn't have been. You shouldn't be doing it anyway. But they were selling access to their tournament medals. There's actually a YouTube video that discusses this. I'll hunt it down and put it in the chat. Hold on. There's actually a video that discusses this. And discusses the overall corruption in the South American competitive TF2 leagues.
The end of the 6v6 tournament.
I'll actually just pull it up on stream right here. So this video here actually discusses the corruption in South American TF2, where they are selling their tournament medals and selling access to their tournament medals, okay? Which is pretty crazy. And so they've also been doing this for years, okay? This has been happening for a long time. I think the first instance of these guys being caught was back in like 2018, 2019, somewhere around there was the first time they were actually caught doing this, okay? And it seems like, as of late last year, early this year, It finally happened one too many times. A competitive league known as QEL, which is comprised of people that were banned from other competitive leagues for cheating, so it's like a cheater-oriented competitive league, were going around to other competitive leagues asking for them to get access to their medals for money. Brazil Fortress said yes. And sold them access to their medals. And the fucking cheater league was also sponsored by a gambling website. And it seems like that perfect storm of them selling access to their medal and being sponsored by a gambling website was enough for Valve to go, okay, fuck this, we're done. No more medal support because you guys keep, like, this small group of greedy assholes keeps ruining it for everybody else. And that lasted about 24 hours before Valve stepped up and said, okay, you know what, fuck it, we're walking this back, we're gonna keep supporting medals. So, that's the story. That's why we almost lost new medals. Well, we almost lost tournament medals in Team Fortress 2 is because of internal corruption in South American competitive TF2 leagues selling access to their medals so other leagues can use them and distribute them. It's pretty fucked up. So, hello, Maduro Gaming. There's no corruption in South America. Come on, guys. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Thank you, Mr. Maduro, for confirming that there is no corruption in South American TF2 leagues. Truly. Oh my god. Anyway, there you go. There's your story as to why we almost lost competitive tournament medals. It's pretty fucking stupid. It's actually immensely stupid. And again, all of this happened, you know, this video was uploaded in 2022, so all of these things were happening years ago. So, and it was still happening up until this point to where they're like, oh, okay, Valve said, fuck it, we're done. We're not doing this for y'all anymore. So for those curious as to why Valve was about to discontinue support for tournament medals, corruption inside of competitive leagues and selling access to their medals through, like, you know, Steam's API, that's why. Interesting, isn't it? So there you go. That was the first thing I wanted to oh my god, I cannot talk today. That was the first thing I wanted to discuss. Okay. Maduro with the White House Wi-Fi. Where are they keeping him? Where is he? They have him in some, like, special bunker. They keep his ass stored away in there. They got him on deep freeze. They're gonna pull him out when he's ready to go on trial. They got him at a resort. I don't know. He's with Diddy in New York. Stop asking for medals back. It'll never happen. See, and like by extension of this too, another reason why it came as such a shock for medals to get banned is because Eric Smith is normally really on top of being communicative when it comes to having issues with medals being distributed. Like he was really supportive of continuing to distribute these medals and making sure that it was still being supported. And I've been told by people that are in competitive leagues that Eric Smith is really responsive. Like, he's on it when it comes to answering emails, when it comes to discussing issues with medal distribution or putting medals in the game, what have you. So it was really jarring to, like, get an email saying, hey, we're no longer supporting this. So my suspicion is that it probably wasn't Eric Smith's decision because, you know, he's been so supportive and communicative with these things. My suspicion is that someone else at Valve, either a higher up or someone like tangential in the power, saw what was going on, like caught wind of like, oh shit, they're selling medals again, and this time for a cheater league being sponsored by a fucking gambling website. They're like, hey, we're not doing this anymore. And so Eric, of course, had to like reluctantly say, hey, we're no longer supporting these medals. And of course, he didn't give the exact reason because Valve likes to keep things vague. But that's my suspicion, is that it wasn't Eric Smith's choice. It was like some other person at Valve, probably a higher up, some like some overreach, some overlook, what have you, like stepped in and said, hey, don't do this anymore. We can't be seen giving medal support for people that are tied off with gambling sponsors or this kind of corruption, what have you. And then people complained. A whole bunch of people were really upset by this because, like, if you cut tournament medal support, that discourages a lot of people from engaging with competitive tournaments, and it's going to really hurt competitive organization in Team Fortress 2, and also community medals. If those were no longer going to be supported, that hurts community event engagement, and so they all complained. And so as a result, they're like, okay, never mind, we'll walk this back. And then, you know, they probably fixed it. So hopefully Eric put a good word in and said, hey, it's not that big a deal. This shit's been happening for years. So like, why are we suddenly stopping it now? When it's really something that's not in their control. Like, people are still going to be doing shady shit behind the scenes when it comes to like abusing league funds or selling access to their medals. There's a fuckload of corruption in different competitive leagues that definitely like warrants its own video on its own. Like people that are more neck deep in this than I am could probably tell, and they could spin a good yarn about the crazy shit that happens in competitive leagues. Like recently, hold on, I think I have it here too. This is also something fascinating. There's so much interesting drama that happens. Let's see. Where was this? Yeah, so there was like some recent tf2 drama where they had some administrators that were covering. Oh, sorry, it was 2 administrators that were caught for liking cheese pizza on Twitter and apparently doing other disturbing things. And they were defended by a 3rd moderator. And it seems like they ultimately all got banned. And then tf2 made a post in late December last year. So like, yeah, here we go. Shit like this. You know, just crazy shit that happens in these leagues, man. So, and they had to update their statement because of how crazy this event was. tf2 takes a zero tolerance policy towards any form of misconduct involving minors in the community, as well as extreme misconduct involving any community members. We will not tolerate any breaking of these rules regardless of country. This rule encompasses both tf2 official platforms as well as activities off-platform or in extreme cases. These rules include, but are not limited to, physical activity involving a minor, depicting minors in sexually explicit ways on the tf2 platform, meaning someone did it before, depicting minors in explicit ways in the form of extreme violence, core, or general not safe for work content, meaning someone else is doing that before, grooming, blackmail involving a minor. We heavily encourage anyone who experiences this behavior outside of tf2 to first and foremost report it to the appropriate authorities as well as the platform owners. tf2 misconduct reports and bans are not a substitute for law enforcement, and as a result, the 3 people involved, the 2 people that were engaging in said egregious conduct, and then one of the other people defending them, were all banned. So yeah, a lot of crazy shit. Ugh. Yeah, so this was one guy got a permanent ban for misconduct. Another guy got banned for misconduct, and this guy was banned for failing in handling the aforementioned case. In other words, covering for them. So I've been told. So, yeah. Again, lots of interesting videos that could be made about the shit that goes on in competitive TF2 leagues. It's, interesting. Yes. Esports being the worst place for sane behavior in sports. That is a correlation I've noticed, is like some of the most insane drama and insane sociopathic behavior, let's say, tends to be deeply rooted in competitive esports environments. It's kind of nuts. TF2 community deserves nothing. It's so frustrating because it's always a tiny handful of assholes that engage in the most reprehensible behavior, and then it usually gets swept under the rug for reasons I will not get into, and only gets called out once it gets so big to ignore. Or sorry, once it gets so big, it can no longer be ignored. And yeah, it's a mess. The moment you start paying people to play video games, they start losing it. I think most people that do get paid for playing video games keep it together. Again, it's just a small handful of psychopaths that ruin it for everybody else, as is normal in any kind of environment, social environment, what have you. I think it's pretty common wherever you go. It's just the nature of it being very heavily based on the internet, where you have the facade of a computer screen between you and the next person. Do things tend to get very weird. So, that'll do it. Any competitive community seems to attract the worst of the community. That's, I mean, yeah, I think it also doesn't help because you have a lot of people kind of you have smaller groups of people kind of crammed all into the same space within a competitive environment. So things are already kind of naturally abrasive. People are butting heads because it's a competitive environment. But then gamers being gamers, you get weird behavior. Apparently they thought that TF2 competitive has a medal for the most amount of minors approved. Oh my god. Thank you, Maduro Gaming. Appreciate it. Hopefully the prison Wi-Fi is treating you well. Oh my lord. Peak TF2 gaming, indeed. Oh lord. Okay, on to the next order of business. Mastercom's made another post. Wait, I keep forgetting I have like Firefox and Brave open on separate tabs. Wasn't there a notorious workshopper that went to prison? I have to dig deep into my memories here. So this post is good. Don't worry. This is a good post. Don't worry. This is a good one. This is good. Don't worry. These are good things that we're going through here in a moment. Okay, so but hold on. These are good things. These are good things. So, I'm trying to remember an instance where someone involved in... It wasn't exactly item creation. So, this is really, really deep, dark lore behind TF2 Classic that happened many years ago, to the point where so much of this stuff is lost to time that it's really hard to keep facts straight. But as I was doing research on this, because this was something else I wanted to make a video about, but I kind of just put that on the back burner indefinitely, is just the kind of crazy histories involving TF2 Classic and all of the people and that got involved with it, and like the crazy schizoid drama that led to different projects branching off of TF2 Classic, like Open Fortress, and then another one whose name escapes me. Like the existence of Open Fortress was bred from internal drama inside the TF2 Classic scene. So like, one person that was involved with TF2 Classic, I don't remember exactly what they were doing. They were either up there in terms of being a project lead, but they had a significant amount of sway in the TF2 Classic modding circle. There's a guy by the name of Daniel MM88, or MM888, I think is the name, where, this is so... I know I've spoken about this on stream before. It's so old. Yeah, this is TF2 Classified, TF2 Classic related. Again, this happened like almost a decade ago, so my memory's really hazy, and the posts involving all of these things have long since been scrubbed, because this is dark shit. This is dark shit, man. So, it was a TF2 Classic dev, yes, by the name of Daniel MM88, I think, or MM888, I think. It's some combination of M's and 8's, where... Come on, memory, work with me here. He was dating someone. He lived in Europe, they lived in America, and it had something to do with one of the multiple repo leaks that happened with Valve, where I don't remember what he took with him. He either took like the code for TF2 Classic or something involving that leak, and flew overseas to meet with his girlfriend, and I think either threatened to kill himself or her in her front yard, and he got arrested and deported back to Europe. Again, all of the information relative to this story is very, very hard to get your hands on. And all of the old, like, Internet Archive posts of these things are really, really scrubbed. They're very hard to find. A lot of this was happening on Facepunch forums. Yeah, a lot of this was happening on Facepunch forums. And there's, like, a massive archive of all of the forums, but all the individual archived threads and those things are either completely gone or very, very hard to get to. Yeah, he got deported back to his country of origin. I don't know if it was Germany or what have you, but it was somewhere back to Europe. Yeah, it's pretty... Again, this is really, really dark stuff, and that's just one of many different facets of crazy fucking drama and crazy infighting that has happened in the what's now known as TF2 Classified scene. over the years as the mod has been iteratively handed off to different project leads and different people working on it. It's a big snarled mess of what's now over 10 years of development on this mod. So it's all hunky-dory now. Like, the person that's working on, I think the person that's leading tf2c now is like a competent, normal dude, got a good head on the shoulders, so I've been told. So all of that dark history seems to be long behind them. But in the first 8 years of the mod's development, there's a lot of wacky shit that was happening. A lot of wacky shit. It would make for an interesting video, and I have like a good chunk of like my sources and research done on it. I even have the guy's mugshot. I even have the fucker's mugshot. That's some dark shit. Those who know, and it's like I don't even want to show it on stream because of how dark it is, and I don't want to show the guy's face. I don't want to show the guy's face because it reveals his identity, and that's not fair to him. It's not good. So I'm not flat out not showing his face. I'm not revealing the guy's identity. Yeah, it's dark shit. Anyway, Mastercoms has made another post about Team Fortress 2. Were we discussing the TF2 PDF files? In a way, yes, we were discussing it a bit earlier in regards to TF2 competitive leagues. Yes, hello, Joey. But we have a new post from Mastercoms that I think is worthwhile to go through because they bring up a lot of good things that would be fantastic to have in casual mode. That I think just kind of reiterates the point that people just want quick play back, and it seems like every time someone brings up the notion of like, oh yeah, this is how we can improve casual mode, then it always goes back to they effectively want quick play. So let's see what Mastercoms has to say here in this post. Yeah, it effectively is quick play wearing casual mode skin is what a lot of these things boil down to. It all boils down to quick play wearing casual mode skin. Solarlight's in the comments. I don't give a fuck what he has to say because the shit Solarlight spews out of his mouth is just not even worth listening to. My God, he really should just stick to slurs. But anyways, what Mastercoms has to say. Hey, after my previous post went over some reasons why matchmaking is a better foundation for game finding versus quick play, which I still disagree with, I want to give some more information about a few ways casual could be improved and resolve a lot of complaints. Since most people felt like I was not pointing out flaws of how it's currently implemented, the discussion in the previous post especially helped me figure out some of these things out, and I wanted to post these here to give an easy list of things that could be made better. Listen. Easy. Even Mastercoms says these are easy. Easy changes. Easy changes. Easy changes. I'll say it again. Easy changes for Valve. Confirmed by someone else that has been neck deep in the game's fucking code. They confirm that these are easy changes, meaning there is no excuse, none, there is no excuse no matter how much work it requires, but there's no excuse for Valve to not do at least this much. Okay? No. We're not doing this bullshit again. We're not doing quick plays, not the same as quick play features. It's all lumped together. When we say quick play, we're talking about the old match finding system and the settings. We want both of them back. And the final point in this post basically confirms that it would just be better if we had the old quick play system, because of the quality of games it provided. And once all of these changes are implemented, it is quite literally just quick play in terms of both server settings and the old game finding system. So, no, so and someone asked earlier, yes, I'm still planning to have a chat with Mastercoms on stream. Unfortunately, she's been sick for a bit, so waiting for her voice to come back, whenever that's going to be. So whenever she's recovered, we'll have a good chit chat. But until then, we have to play this game of telephone back and forth across fucking Reddit posts. So that's how it's gonna have to go. We can absolutely use the word quick play as an umbrella term because, again, it encapsulates not only the server settings but also the system. Okay, but also the system. Yeah, like, I mean, flu also ran through my family, so it took us, like, weeks for everyone to get over it. Anyway, let's move on. Very easy changes. In bold, very easy. Very easy. And the first one is something that just should have never happened in the first place. I mean, the entirety of Meet Your Match just should have never happened in the first place. But, first thing, move Payload Race back to the core game modes. That's so easy. All they have to do is, like, it's like a drag and drop in the order on the fucking menu. New tf2 community move and be like, change the server config. I mean, and this is just true. As far as I remember, the only reason why Payload Race is in alternative game modes is because of Hightower. Hightower players say they didn't want a bunch of players flooding in who would do the objective. This is frankly stupid and ended up being a bad decision. It killed the game mode, and every map in the category has to suffer for it. It killed the game mode, and every map in the category has to suffer for it. I will say it again, fish. It killed the game mode, and every map in the category has to suffer for it. It is completely undeniable that shoving Payload Race in alternative game modes at the bottom of the list completely nuked all of the traffic to these maps. If it's really needed, just add Hightower to Misk and let the other Payload Race maps be a core game mode like before, which is stupid, but personally, I don't think a few Hightower mains should be able to sabotage the map on what should be a vanilla experience. Thank you. Just fucking put it back. It's not that hard. Just fucking move it. Put it back. If they want to play a deathmatch mode, they can play on a 24/7 Hightower community server, yes, because there is still, to this day, at least one consistently populated 24/7 no-card Hightower server. However, maybe there is an argument that Hightower is just too popular and it would conflict with playing the other maps. That's just not true. Like, if you had that category in the main, so like 1/3 of players don't even bother selecting individual maps. They only select entire game modes. So just having that in the core game modes, because most people don't tick off the alternative ones, they only tick off all of the core game modes. That means Payload Race is going to be included in that as well. So all of the maps would start getting more traffic, including Hightower. I can't even find a goddamn Hightower game anymore. It sucks. What exactly did Fish say regarding casual mode? I know he's a shill. So, on his streams, he likes to bring up the fact that, oh, well, maps like Pipeline and Nightfall just fucking suck. That's why no one plays on them. And he likes to dismiss the notion that having Payload Race as an alternative game mode is not the reason why those maps died, and he also liked to claim that these maps were never popular and no one ever played on them, which is simply not true. I disproved that the last time I looked at this fucking these Reddit posts. Look at these goddamn videos of old Quick Play where you could consistently find servers playing on these fucking maps. So, yeah, and he also said that Quick Play is a grift and that I'm a grifter, which is insane to me. Like, buddy, what? Would you like to know how much money I made off of YouTube last month? $900. Can I live on that? No. If I was doing this for money, if I was grifting, there are so many other things that I could just lean into for money. Like, if I was really just doing YouTube for fucking money, I could just become another political talking head and just lean into it and make a fuckload of money. I earn jack off of this. I do this because I care about the game. Fucking idiot. Anyway. Experiment a bit with it. So anyways, just add back Payload Race to core game modes and make it a default game mode again. This is one of the easiest changes that would breathe so much life back into a beloved game mode. Yes. Thank you. Easy. Add a profile dropdown for map selection. This would just make it easier to introduce better map variety for queuing and make it easier to queue into any game. Just add a system where you can save into the currently selected profile in the dropdown, save into a new name profile, or remove the current profile. Maybe also just have a default profile, which is always there for convenience and something to fall back on if other custom profiles are deleted. This is a very basic quality of life feature that should be pretty easy to implement. Basically, just expanding the functionality of making your own map profiles and loading them up into the game so you can just go play on the group of maps that you want. When you migrate old map selections into the new system, maybe keep that as a separate profile and select default for everyone so everyone has a shot of trying out the new defaults, like including Payload Race and the new maps. Yes, simple. I think I need to zoom in on this one. Allow team switching after auto-assignment. So then what's the point of auto-assignment if you're allowing team switching? What's the point of prefabricating teams before the game starts if you're just going to let people move around anyways? Also, my tab has completely crashed. I can't see anything. Thank you, YouTube. I appreciate that. Hold on. I just got a white screen on my dashboard. Please, YouTube. What is happening? So here's the problem. Team switching cannot coexist with a skill-based matchmaking system by nature of slot reservations. If you have a slot reserving system, you cannot allow team switching, nor things like nor things like team scrambles, because you cannot swap to a slot that might suddenly get reserved by the matchmaker, nor can you have something like a team scramble if slots are being reserved by the matchmaker. One must be off while the other is on. And if players want the ability to switch teams whenever they want, that means a slot reserving matchmaker must be turned off, meaning the foundation that is a matchmaking system is incompatible with the features that we want. Ergo, by extension, the baseline, the framework that is quick play, is simply better. Come on, YouTube, why is my shit not loading? This is ridiculous. There we go. Fucking hell. What is going on over there? There we go. We're back. We're back. Hey, Zesty, just wondering if getting, like, half the not popular new maps out of the cycle would improve the overall performance of the rest. Also, here's more money for your grift of traveling the world. Thanks, man. Yes, culling down the map pool would significantly improve the, would significantly improve finding matches. Simply by nature of there being fewer maps to spread players thin, and therefore it would hasten queue times, servers would get populated more quickly, and would also stay populated. Having 126, we have 126 maps in the game. And lest I remind y'all, 75% of player traffic goes through the top 25. Here's my spreadsheet. I have it right here. Here's a little sneak preview of my data right here. Out of a sample size of, 9.1 million matches, not 9.8 million matches, 75% of player traffic goes through the top 25. Hello? 2Fort being number 1. All of the other ones have nowhere near as much traffic. And just to reiterate again, right? Just to reiterate this again. Like, come on. Like, most of the time, when a new map is added into Team Fortress 2, it gets populated for about a week because of the novelty, and then it dies. That is the typical cycle. By the way, these are all of the map indices. So each map has a numerical identifier in the game files. So you have an exponential tapering of map popularity. Most people go back to the maps that they know, okay? And just to give y'all like an example, okay? Let me just like pull up my code again here. Let me give you an example. So like, let's go to say a newer map like, oh, I don't know. How about, let's just say, let's do like a core game mode, but a new map. Let's do Overgrown. Map ID 185. This takes a second. There we go. So this is what happens most of the time whenever Valve adds a new map in the game. So this is number of games played by week. And so you see the most amount of activity during the first few weeks, and then it drops off exponentially and hits a new baseline of basically 0. Because once the novelty wears off, people stop playing on the map. Penguin Peak's even worse. Let me find one that's been in the game a little bit longer. Let's do like, say, Embargo. So Embargo is map ID 181. This might take a bit longer because it's been in the game a bit longer. There we go. Yeah, Embargo's markedly more stable because it's Payload. Payload being the most popular game mode in the game. Let's do a different one. Let me sort these by activity again. Where is, say... Actually, Applejack might be a good example too. Let's do that. What was Applejack again? 187? Actually, hold on. Let me do by map ID. Sort by index, largest to smallest, and let me go to... My code is terrible, by the way. Don't use me as like a prime example for coding. I am absolutely dog shit at it. Let's do, say... Cachoeira... Snow... Okay, Snow Tower is a great one of one that just died. Oh, that's right. Okay, so the reason for this is because Valve initially removed it from the Smithsmith rotation and then eventually added it back into the vanilla rotation. So there were no games on Snow Tower until Valve officially added it back into the vanilla rotation. So that's a bad example. Let me go to a different one. Let's do Hacksaw. Everyone's favorite payload race map in the form of Hacksaw. I just ran my whole code. Fuck. Never mind. Hacksaw. That is... Ooh. Most maps go through this cycle, where they see the most amount of activity in the first week or two, and then they drop off exponentially and die. You know what maps don't experience this are maps like, say, let's do the most popular map. That'll take too long. The code will run and it'll take forever. Let's do, say, I don't know, Koth King. Let's do Koth King, map ID 44. This one will take longer because this is now going to have to parse through a decade's worth of data. There we go. So something like this one here is much more stable. This is not Doomsday, by the way. I'm not changing the label as I update these. This is the data for Koth King. So much more stable. And again, these are weekly games. The number of games that happen per week. And just like you guys like, oh, like what are these big dips? Each of these big dips is during Scream Fortress when everyone goes to play on the Halloween maps, and then when Scream Fortress is over, then everyone comes back. So again, this is all like activity dipping down during Scream Fortress. That's why you have that. And every single map behaves this way. So that's a little taste of the video I got working on for y'all. Anyways, back to business at hand. Back to business at hand. Save my spreadsheet there. Allow team switching after auto assignment. Honestly, just please do this. So, Mastercoms, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you're just asking for the impossible now that you are requesting quick play features into the game. I'm afraid to say a target's going to be painted on your back, because this is also something that I want. I hope you understand this. The risks you're taking by saying something so bold and so brave as to want team switching back in the game so we can play with and against our friends whenever we want to. It's almost as if though we could do that for the first 8 years of the game's lifespan, and then Valve removed it, and now we can no longer do that. This is just a no-brainer, just so we can play with or against our friends. Just allow team switching and track team switches. It's not that hard. The functionality is already there with the old auto-balance volunteer system. Still auto-assign people to their teams, and maybe even lock it until the match starts to prevent flux, but after the match starts, people should be able to change their teams. This will allow one of the most fun things about the game, which is playing against your friends. One of the most fun things about this game, which is playing against your friends. And let people switch it up in general when they want to, which is a freedom that we used to have. But again, the problem is that allowing team switching is going to be fundamentally incompatible with slot reservations, right? Allowing people to move around on teams introduces the problem of conflicting with slot reservations. Say you're about to swap over to a team and then, uh-oh, the matchmaker needs that slot and fucks you over. These two functions conflict, so one must be turned off while the other is on. So if the server is currently allowing team switching, that means it will not be able to source and find new players in order to fill those slots. So, and that's why when auto balances, because remember, when the volunteer system was an extension of auto balance. And whenever the game would ask you, hey, do you want to switch teams? This is back in 2016. When it asked you that, when that system is running, auto balance is on and the matchmaker is off for that server. And it remains off until people decide to move. And then after they move, then the matchmaker turns back on. These two systems cannot be running at the same time. So, in essence, the framework that is the matchmaker is bad, but team switching is good. And what system did that work with? It worked with quick play, where we did not have slot reservations. Okay, now we're on to easy changes. Now we're on to easier changes. Add an option for listing Valve servers in the server browser. In other words, ad hoc connections. Bring back ad hoc connections to Valve servers and let us find games directly from the browser instead of needing to go directly through the matchmaking system itself. That is just a no fucking brainer. Obviously, we've discussed before why, by default, Valve servers should not be listed in the server browser so as to mostly reserve it as a tool for community servers, which I think is a terrible idea, because if Valve servers are in the browser, that's more visibility on the browser itself and more visibility on community servers. And oh, look, she cites what I said before. People can just filter them out. It is a simple toggle. You can remove Valve servers from the browser if you're that concerned about it clogging up the browser experience and burying all the community servers. It's just not that hard, okay? Then allow manual joins to be treated as a form of late join, properly adding the player slot as the player connects. Bonus points if you integrate it fully into match targets as it searches for more players to join. I had previously had more reservations about this, as manual joins can be used to follow people around, but commenters pointed out that Steam privacy features introduced later on allow people to completely hide what server they are hiding on, which makes it much harder, meaning in the previous post where they were concerned about people stalking and harassing, very hard to do so. So put it the fuck back! Put it back! Put ad hoc connections back now! There's no fucking reason why they should not be here. It's stupid. The fundamentals of the matchmaking system are already being violated by people being allowed to come and go as they please, and players being moved around by auto balance. Therefore, whatever skillful element of the matchmaker is being used does not work, it does not work, and it's being violated by these two systems, so just remove the fucking matchmaker and turn ad hoc connections back on. Ad hoc connections being fundamentally incompatible with the matchmaking system, by the way, because what's the point of skill-based matchmaking, or matchmaking in general, if you can bypass it entirely by a direct connection? And the system that let you do that was quick play. Simply put it back. Let party members join instantly if there are slots available. And this is the complaint that I was talking about last time, where if you want to join your friend's ongoing game, you are placed into the same matchmaking queue as everyone else. You are not given priority. Other people ahead of you in the queue, including people not queuing for that specific server, could be placed into that server before you. In other words, have another feature that is fundamentally incompatible and fundamentally in violation with a matchmaking system, put another one of those features back in, which is just another nail in the coffin of any kind of matchmaking for Team Fortress 2, if we have yet another feature that lets people bypass it entirely. Why is it here? Add a map ban system in map selection. I feel like map selection has an issue where it doesn't really align to what players are actually looking for most of the time. Add an option to map selections called exclude new maps, by default off. This would go hand in hand with the profiles option. Basically, if you have a profile where you only queue for specific maps, then you would enable exclude new maps in the profile and it would work how it does now. And this would ensure that you're always going to queue only for the maps you've selected in the past, but if you're using your map selections as a way to exclude, as many people do, a lot of people use map selections as a way to exclude maps, say i.e. I don't want to play on 2 Fort, then as new maps get added to the game, they stay on and it only remembers what maps you disabled. This would help map queuing for maps as they get added to the game, which is probably a problem as people have saved specific maps and never bothered updating them as the new maps have gotten added, which is just not true, because not only are all of the new maps heavily promoted in, like, this is like the featured tab, so people know that they're there, all of those maps still die in the time span in which they're in the featured tab. So it's not like people don't know they're there. they die within a week or two of being added because the novelty wears off. Really, this issue is more pointing towards map bloat. Map bloat is a severe problem, and Valve really just needs to stop adding more maps to the permanent rotation, and they really just need to go back and remove all of the maps that are just dead that have been added after 2018 and make them as a part of a temporary summer rotation, like how Scream Fortress and Smithsmith work. That's at least kind of a decent step in the right direction, where throughout the rest of the year, we don't have over 120 fucking maps in the game, 126 to be exact. It's ridiculous. Allow declining matches, or at least dismissing them, and maybe add multi-queues. Yes, whenever you get a casual match, you cannot decline it. You have no choice but to be connected to the server. Please let us decline matches. Please don't force us into a server if we don't want to. I am so fucking tired of this. And by extension, them allowing you to decline matches means it's not gonna fuck you over if you want to join a community server when you're inside of a Valve server. Because if you're trying to queue ad hoc into a fucking community server when you're in a Valve server, guess what? If you try to get into the community server, it automatically tries to put you back into the Valve server. But if you can hit a cancel button, then you're good. So please, for the love of God, give us a cancel option. Give us a way to decline matches, please. If you're not going to remove the fucking matchmaking system itself, which up until this point with the changes suggested, you basically have to, allow us to decline matches. It's fucking stupid. One, you instantly get into a less popular map, or two, you have to wait a while to get into the less popular map. These are like the issues with not being able to decline or having a way to have a multi-queue. And with multi-queue, like you can queue for one map and then queue for another, that kind of thing, and then you could cancel one over the other. In other words, it's just giving like better spread and better reach for other maps. In case 2, sometimes you just get stuck in... In case 2, sometimes you just really get into playing the match, and it's just awkward to then get sucked into a specific map that you queued for, instead of being able to finish the match itself. Yes, and having a cancel option would be fantastic. It would be really nice if we could decline the queue notification so that it would not join us automatically into the match, but keep the notification in the menu. See, I'm not a fan of this, because then it just kind of holds onto that slot until you're done. So therefore reserving it for someone that's not going to be there until their previous match is over, which just further prolongs a major issue with the matchmaking system, which is the concept of slot reservations themselves fucking over team balance. I'm assuming I'm interpreting that right. So we could join the match if still available once we finish our current match. Again, but then the issue is, how long would it reserve that slot for you if you're choosing just to put it off to then finish the match you're currently in? See, I don't like this, because this then, again, prolongs the problem of reserving a slot for a player that is not there in some other server for an indefinite period of time until you get in. So that's kind of a bad idea, in my opinion. So maybe don't do that. Fix the map voting not working. 9 years. The fucking map vote has been broken for 9 years. 9 years. Sometimes it just doesn't work. There is no excuse. There is no excuse for this to still be broken. Oh, hey, Mastercoms is here. Well, the way I was thinking of it, you would give up your reservation by declining, but you can insta-join the same match if there's an empty slot still available. Okay. That makes more sense, instead of actually reserving the slot. So, I mean, in a way, that's effectively kind of waiting for an ad hoc connection on a different Valve server, right? Except just kind of adding an extension. In a way, that'd be a convenience, right? Because if it is just... It would still effectively be an ad hoc connection, right? Where you could have, like, a queue in the background, where it's like, hey, available, available, available. I mean, this is how servers used to work. Where, like, okay, if there's still a slot in this server, I'm notified that a slot is there, kind of like a notification for seating, and then you can hop in if a slot is still there, instead of actually reserving it. That makes more sense. In a way, it's just pinging the player saying, hey, there's an open slot, if you still want to join, hop on in, instead of reserving it. I like that more. Because, I mean, the server browser already does that, where it's like, hey, play a ping if there's a slot open, but I guess in a more consistent way that doesn't involve a whole bunch of submenus, and I guess just the more polished UI. So it's effectively a feature we already have in the server browser, but just putting it as a feature on the main menus is just convenient, and there's no issue with that. So yeah, fuck it, add it. That just makes sense. Not so easy, but still not hard things to do. See, I don't even like qualifying things as easy or hard, because this is just shit Valve should do anyway. The amount of work does not matter. It really should just be Valve does the work because they are the multi-billion-dollar company. There is no limit to resources or manpower that in any way should impede their ability to work on this fucking game. They should just do it. It doesn't matter how little money it earns, or well, they don't care. No, just fucking do it. You're offering this game as a playable product. Fucking make it work. You guys have so much... Everyone at Valve gets paid like 6 figures minimum. Just do your fucking jobs and make your games function. Do you guys see the latest Counter-Strike update, by the way? Oh my god. How do you fuck it up that bad? How do you fuck up a Counter-Strike update? It's not even gameplay shit. At least most of it wasn't gameplay shit. They broke so many skins. All of the skins are fucking broken. There were so many erroneous VAC bans happening in this update. Servers were crashing because you could spam Molotovs. Like, what was happening? How do you keep breaking this game? It is baffling that they keep finding new and creative ways to break this shit. It's nuts. But people don't care because they got more skins 2 days ago. Yesterday? 1 or 2 days ago, they got a new update and it broke a bunch of shit again. Oh, it's ridiculous. And more skins, because more money. Yeah. They're in the drop pool. They're in like the active drop pool, so it's not like you're gambling for them. They're part of like the weekly care package system they have now. The difficulty qualifiers are more to demonstrate how much just on the table. I know why you put the qualifiers there. I understand, like, you know, because relative to you, because you like have a more in-depth understanding of like how the code works. Like, you know, like it would probably take this amount of time to do. So like easy or like super easy, really easy, not so easy, but not that long. I get the qualifiers, but I hate that we have to do that at all. Like, we have to reason with Valve here. I think it's bullshit, right? Like we have to reason not only with other people in the community that like have it in their head that we can't demand from. I'm not saying you're doing that, but like a lot of other people do. That like have it in their head like we can't reason with Valve to demand for more. We should just be asking for really easy bare minimum changes so like we don't overburden them. Because if we ask too much, they're not going to want to do it. If you ask in the right way and you pressure them in the right way, the amount of work doesn't fucking matter. They'll just do it, you know? Anyway. Fix casual matches not being able to reset without a map reload. Yes, I am so tired of servers resetting every 10 fucking minutes. So this doesn't completely address the problem with like how the fundamentals of the matchmaking system works, right? So it shouldn't be so hard to track down all the variables that you need to reset on the server. Please just add a function to reload all the variables instead of relying on the slate, I'm assuming, or state being cleaned on map reload. It would just greatly improve player experience if players did not have to wait for map loads just to play a new match on the same map. I'm assuming this is in reference to the same map, because the way quick play used to work is if the same map was selected, the server would not reset, you would just get to keep playing. So that would solve one issue, in that if the same map is selected, the server does not have to reset, right? And so map loads can be extremely long for a lot of people, and it's just not fair to them. Thank you. Because Valve cannot control two things. They cannot control your internet connection, and they cannot control your hardware. So if you're resetting your servers every 5 to 10 minutes, as is a result of the casual mode matchmaking rules, then guess what? People are stuck in this constant loop of waiting, 45 seconds, 2 minutes or more, just to start playing again on the same server, when usually just re-queuing is faster, and that creates one of the most frustrating and disruptive experiences imaginable for a game like Team Fortress 2, which prospers the most when players are allowed to have long, uninterrupted periods of playtime. The reason why it's the current map system is that they want to force how many servers are on that map. The 3 map votes are designed to give very specific options, so that's why they don't let people choose from any map. See, just have it the way Quick Play was, where each server is, well, I mean, it is already like that. I have to be very careful here. Hold on. Let me make sure I set this up first so I don't dox the guy who helped me set this up. Just be very, very careful here. Don't want to dox the guy, right? Okay, I think we're safe. I believe we're safe. All right, so a buddy of mine coded up a really cool tool. I'll do a quick refresh to update it. It's a really cool tool that tracks activity across Valve servers. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, he's safe. We're good. So this dashboard shows server activity across all Valve servers and breaks it down by region, which is really neat. So this gives you like a quick snapshot of what's going on. So 17,496 total servers, but only 804 of them have players. There are 12,363 players inside of Valve servers in this moment, and 26 individual regions hosting these servers. So for example, let's go to Chicago and see what people are playing in Chicago right now, right? So what people are playing in Chicago is you got, sort of by map, so we got Upward, Gold Rush, Barn Blitz 2 Fort. So it's a really fucking cool tool. And so the way Quick Play used to work, right? Like the way Quick Play used to work is that servers were separated by game mode and only ran all of the maps in that specific game mode. Stats page, statistics, here we go. This is neat. Yeah, here we go. So, 2 Fort is king, then Upward, then Badwater, then Dustbowl, then Harvest. Dude, this is a 1-for-1 reflection. It is a 1-for-1 reflection of my data set, which is awesome. I love to see this. So cool. This just confirms everything I've been doing for this next video. Fantastic. Have a look. I'll remind everyone again, we're going to sort by the amount of times played. Largest to smallest. So according to my data, my large casual mode data set, go back to desktop right here, top 5 maps, 2 Fort, Badwater, Upward, Dust Bowl, Harvest. Top 5 maps that are not MVM, 2 Fort, Badwater, Upward, Harvest, and Dust Bowl. Man, I'm tired of being right. Oh, I'm good at this shit. God, I can't wait for this video to be done. Yes! I know I love Jim Carrey. He's my fucking spirit animal. Oh, I'm so excited. So this counts MVM servers too. MVM servers are part of the Valve server network. So my suggestion to Mastercoms is just have it be the same way as it was with Quick Play, where each server is running just a specific game mode, and then you can just choose any of the maps that are in that game mode, much like how it was before Meet Your Match was instated. And so like before Meet Your Match, it was a bit clumsy. So like, of course, in my opinion, just revamp the entire map voting system entirely. The previous map voting system was really awkward because you can only choose one map at a time, and that sucked. Or you could choose to just extend the current map being played, but you can only do that at one vote at a time, which is really awkward. It's really clumsy, and you can spam votes. It got annoying. But then the problem with having an end round or an end match map vote is everyone fucking leaves, and the vote is irrelevant because no one stays. So, in my opinion, the way the map vote should work is just a combination of how server plugins use it for community servers and the way the old map vote used to work. So the map would appear as you're actually playing and not when the match ends, and then have a selection of 5 or 6 maps in that game mode plus an extend current map option, which is again the way most community servers have like a map vote plugin. That just makes it a lot more convenient. It doesn't inconvenience you. People don't leave because it's forcing you to wait. The server just resets straight away. There's no bullshit ending, door closing animations. Who gives a fuck about the ending scoreboard and all like the goddamn Tobuscus doors closing? I hate that shit. The server would just go on to the next map, or if the same map is selected, boom, you just keep playing. Why are there so many Swedes that play TF2? It's because there are fewer European server regions than there are North America. It's not that they're all Swedish. It's that it's just one of fewer regions that are active. Double Cross is bumping right now. 6 servers running Double Cross right now. It is the Tobuscus stores. It truly is just the Tobuscus stores. Like, I don't know how else to describe that animation. It's the same flow. It's almost the same fucking noise. It's everything. Where's Turbine? I would like to see... Can I, like, extend this? Oh, you can. Here we go. So we can see all of them being played right now. So, yeah, most of these are in the top 10, except Megaton and Camber, which is interesting. Neat. It's not even Swedes. The Stockholm servers is where all the Russians go. There you go. Yeah, again, it's because this is by region and not necessarily saying... No, I know I'm only looking at servers. I know I'm only looking at Sweden servers right now. Let's just go back to everything. Let's go back to like the full stats page. And then we can just go back to the most popular maps. This is again like almost a 1-for-1 reflection of my top 10. Frontier, Borneo, and Turbine are all in my top 10 on my data set. It's so cool seeing this. And then we can keep going. Yep, there's Gold Rush and Pier and Thunder Mountain and Hightower, all of which are in the top fucking 10. Oh my god, yes, I love this. Is reflecting my data set. This is making me so excited to make this video. This just confirms that my data are valid. It makes me so happy. I mean, not that a sample size of like almost 3,400 players isn't big enough, and a sample size of like 9 million matches isn't big enough. It's like a fantastic sample size. But then someone would like bitch and complain like, well, you could have got more. 3,000 players isn't that much. When you have like 12,000 players currently playing in TF2 right now, a sample size of almost 3,400 is really fucking good. Sure, there are more than 12,000 unique players that play TF2 on a regular basis, but a good sample size is about 1 to 2%. And so if I have 3,400 players reflective of 1% of the entire TF2 player base as is currently active in the entirety of the game, like frequent regular players, I think it is more than generous to say that we have 340,000 currently active TF2 players that touch the game on a regular basis, and I think that's being a little generous. It's probably less than that. So, not only is my sample size good, it is far more than enough, making me very excited to get this video done. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. I can't wait to show all like the nitty-gritty of the other individual statistics. It's gonna be so fun. And then when I release this data set to the public, it's gonna be really fun to look at in tandem with this tool that I hope eventually goes public one day. It's awesome. So yes, Unsaken. That did happen. When Valve introduced Quick Play, it did harm community servers. But it was ultimately to a compromise where both of these things could exist in something that resembled a stable harmony. I mean, back when we had no Valve servers, we only had community servers, right? But then when Valve introduced their own servers, that was like a good core way to get at the vanilla game. And so that did harm vanilla servers, and really the only ones that could like really maintain a thriving player base were ones that ran custom maps or some different rule set like 32 players or no random crits, what have you. But there was still a lot of good vanilla servers, like ones that like ran 24/7 Hightower or 24/7 fucking Hydro, amongst other vanilla servers that just had really good communities that were still thriving at the time. And then when Valve servers were in the browser, and you also had the advanced search options, you had these ways that would inadvertently expose players to other community servers and keep them populated. Yes, it did suck traffic away from community servers, but it didn't outright cut them off. It did not kill them. In my opinion, around 2015, 2016, before Meet Your Match came out, it was like the perfect balance between Valve and community servers where both could coexist happily, and those additional tools to help give more traffic to both of them could have been expanded upon by expanding the advanced search options, and so many other things could have been done. But then Valve completely ripped all that out of the game and decided to nuke community servers entirely thanks to Meet Your Match. Infinitely more damage was done to community servers with Meet Your Match than Quick Play ever did to them. Again, it's about comparing which one is worse here, right? Some community servers being dead, or all of them being dead. Pick your poison. Turn off the has players filter. Oh, hold on. It's all MVM. It's all MVM. Why? Why are there so many MVM servers? I guess because they're preparing? Maybe? Maybe it's because they're preparing for the update. That's my suspicion. So these servers aren't full. These are just the servers that are online. Bear in mind, I'll tick back on has players. There you go. Now we're looking at servers that do or do not have players. And the majority of them are MVM servers, which I suspect is Valve may be getting ready for the MVM update. I have no confirmation of this at all. No confirmation of this at all, but I suspect that's why there's so many of them in this moment. Let's see. I can do other statistics. Let's go to... We'll do all regions. Can I filter out maps? Let's do PLR. Let's do servers that have players. Have players. We'll check on pipeline right now. PLR. Just one. Where is it located? Let's do pipe. PLR, I'm stupid. Let's do it this way. So, two servers in the Chicago region are running just Banana Bay. There's one server running fucking... There's one server running Pipeline. That is so sad. Check Aussie server. I mean, Australia is going to be very depressing. So, let's see. Let's go to Sydney. You guys have 3 servers running right now. You have players on Double Cross, Dust Bowl, and Swiftwater. Oh, I'm so sorry. But then again, isn't it like the middle of the night there right now? Not that many people are active in Australia anyway, but that is bleak. 58 players. That is fucking bleak. Check Sao Paulo. Okay, we'll do Sao Paulo. Let's see. Go back. Sao Paulo, 31 servers currently active. Wait, that's so annoying. Statistics. Give me Brazil. Brazil right now has 560, or at least this region has 565 active players, most of them being on 2-Fort. Most of them being on 2-Fort. Yeah, and you have like one MVM game going. I missed a donation, I'm sorry. Quick question, what are the least popular maps in tf2 and that the worst 25? If I know, I do. I do know the least popular maps in the game. Scrolling down to the bottom of the list, the bottom 5, as in the least played maps in Team Fortress 2 are, and I quote, King of the Hill Blowout, Pastime Timbertown, Capture the Flag Penguin Peak, Payload Race Hacksaw, and Manpower Foundry are the least played maps in Team Fortress 2. Everyone's favorite map, Payload Race Hacksaw. You can also, in the same manner, click on the server itself to see who is inside them. I should probably not do that. It's kind of crazy that you have this tool, you can actually see the individual players that are inside of them. So this just shows that it's not that hard to find people inside of a specific server if you really wanted to. Because if a buddy of mine can just code this up on his own, think about how other people can use the same information coming out of Steam's API just to, you know, exploit it and hunt people down. This tool is not public yet. I would assume it might be at some point in the future, but... Doomsday is very low on the list. Where is Doomsday? Doomsday. Actually, no, Doomsday is the 80th most popular. 80th most popular map. So, also, for the record, I removed Scream Fortress and Smithsmith maps from my analysis because I'm only interested in casual mode's behavior during the rest of the year. Like once you enter update season, map traffic gets completely out of whack, so it's not appropriate to like throw all of these maps in the same pool and consider them on like the same level of popularity when they're only played for a couple of weeks out of the year. So I don't have any of the holiday maps in this list, only the vanilla rotation. Because again, that's representative for like the other 90% of playtime throughout the year, which is what most people are interested in. Like I have other interesting stats about Scream Fortress and what have you that are going to be lumped into the video, but the primary focus is the vanilla rotation and also, you know, stuff that happens during the rest of the year. Whereas Payload Pier is in the top 10 maps. No, sorry, Payload Pier is in the top 25. Payload Pier is, I think, Payload Pier's number 18. Pier's 18. Payload Pier is the only map added after 2018 that broke into the top 25. Every other, like most of the other maps added in here were either made or added before 2018. And most of them were made by Valve. 1, 2... 6 were made by the community. Harp is very dead. Harp is not super popular. I think Harp is like 90th? 83rd? Harp is 83rd. Anyway, we gotta keep moving on this post. We got a lot more to go through here. Loads more to look at. Okay, that's the reset thing. Don't reserve player slots on each team. So this tiny little paragraph right here, this request is effectively asking for the removal of a matchmaking system. Because the only way a matchmaking system works, skill-based or otherwise, is by reserving slots on teams. Once you remove this, then the matchmaking system is gone. So why is it still here? I mean, again, I completely agree that this needs to happen, because by nature of reserving slots on a team before players load in, that completely fucks with game balance. Because if you're reserving slots for players that are not there, that just prolongs team misbalances, and therefore stomps and steamrolls, and also ensures, because games are allowed to begin before all players connect, that a game is going to begin with uneven team sizes, therefore kicking off a steamroll, and those slots you're just going to have to wait Lord knows how long for those players to load in. 15-second scoreboard intermission, then 30 to 50 seconds of map loading, and then 90 seconds of pre-round timer, all that wait time and bullshit too. Some of that would go away without having to reserve a fucking slot. All of that downtime of that slot being occupied would go away. Really, it is just a matter of removing matchmaking. It's just a matter of removing matchmaking. That's all you have to do. And this game would be all the better for it. Conclusion. There are some things that would really only take a few days of honest work from what I can tell. Some of them would take an hour at most. For the immense impact they would have on improving the experience, it is very much worth pursuing. In my opinion, these would be much easier than adding quick play back. And we also don't have to deal with the old, hard-to-solve issues that we would introduce back, even though all of these issues and a hard reversion back to quick play would still be an infinitely better experience than what casual mode provides. Even with the changes proposed here, that still doesn't fix all of casual mode's issues, including some of the biggest ones, like how reserving slots, even though it asks to reserve slots here, which is not possible without removing the matchmaking system. Fuck up game balance and therefore the flow. Also the server settings, because the issue with servers resetting, right? This one here, where is it? Yeah, this right here. It's not just when people choose the same map and want to keep playing, it's the fact that casual mode's rule set ensures that most matches on anything other than payload last less than 10 minutes. So servers are resetting all the time. So you end up with 2 minutes or more of downtime between 5 to 10 minute games. And that just sucks. So the solution to that, 45-minute map timer. Instead of a best of 3 on King of the Hill, 5 control point and capture the flag, and a 2-round limit on control point and payload. 45-minute map timer, please. And then you have the other issues like you need scrambles back in. That if you're not having... well, I mean, in a game like Team Fortress 2, team scrambles are effectively a necessary evil, and they are needed to shake things up if teams are too heavily imbalanced, which is better than what casual mode has right now, which is nothing. So, with those other 2 additional changes, we are effectively back to how quick play was in full. So just go back to quick play. It makes no sense to apply all of these changes onto the system when the pre-existing system is already there. And for the problems it has, it is still better than what we have now. So, yes. Yes. I see that people are defending their mustard cupcakes, casual, and comp matchmaking. Casual 7 stomp. Casual 7 comp should have been quick play with ranks and give them item drops of different quality and type where appropriate. That is something else that Valve fucked up. Valve fucked up in not adding something that resembles item drops to incentivize people to go play competitive mode. I mean, the big problem is that competitive mode is literally broken and just sucks. So that's the main reason why people don't play it. But if there's no incentive to play in competitive matchmaking or engaging with your game other than you get a cool badge, no one's gonna do it. No one's gonna invest the time to grind. Very few people are gonna do it just for the straight fun of it. So incentivizing people with new toys would be a good way to get people to engage with your game more. Also, no one plays competitive. Hello? I'm starting my game. It's getting there. It takes a minute. What earns more money, maps or cases? So, on average, a map is gonna... So, hold on. So the way monetization works in TF2 is that maps and items and cases both get a cut of key sales. Like, it all comes from the key sales that are for that seasonal updates case, okay? So, maps get a 2% cut, whereas cosmetics... Sorry, my numbers are fucked up. Maps get a 4% cut, cosmetics get a 2% cut, unusual effects get a 0.5% cut? I think I got that fucked up. It's in my video I upload on my main channel. Maps get the largest cut of key sales, so an individual map stands to earn the most money compared to, say, a hat or an unusual effect or a skin, okay? So maps stand to earn the most money, but when it comes to individual payouts, because maps tend to have more contributors, but that money's gonna get split up even more, meaning the individual's gonna end up with less money, unless like only one or two people are getting that are contributors on that map. War paints are a 0.5%. That's not what I was told. I was told war paints are 2%. From older cases, they were 2%. Maybe Valve changed it. I have to go back and double check. Because now I don't even remember what I put in my own video. War paints are... I was like, what the fuck was it? I have to go back and talk to the guy who reached out to me and got a war paint in the game. I have the data on that. Yeah, don't post that as a guess. It's not a 0.5%. I'm pretty sure it's 2%. I'm pretty sure it's the same as hats. I'm like 99% sure it's the same as hats, because if it's not, that'd be bonkers. So, yes. What is going on here? Hello? There it is. Alright. We have some TF2 to play. But before that, I need to piss and I need a drink. So, I will be right back. We're gonna play on my server for a bit. Hi, Echo. My cat is here. Echo, you're so fat. What am I gonna do with you? What do I do with this cat? What are you doing? You're so fat. She's on her back. I'm rubbing her belly. My room now because it's warm. Is that why? Okay. Oh, God. I hurt my back yesterday. Oh, and I tweaked it again. Fuck. Ah. I'm so tired of being tall. Can I be like a foot shorter, please? What I would give to be a foot shorter. Ugh. Be a dwarf like you. Good. Oh, here's Echo. I have my camera on a boom arm now, so it's like harder to adjust it. You just gonna plop down right here, huh? Well, I have to like loosen it. Dwarf max and become 4'5". I could. Man, I'm freezing here, and you walk like on beach. It's very warm in my room right now, so I'm all right. But like, if I walk out of my room, it's freaking cold, dude. It is chilly. Yeah, you're fucking fat. You eat so much food. What am I gonna do with you? Nah, she doesn't purr loud enough for my mic to pick it up. And the noise filter probably kills it. What kind of desk do I have? I have a corner desk. I bought this at IKEA 13 years ago. And it's still holding strong. I bought this desk 13 years ago. Look how much she sheds. I brush her every day. And she sheds so much. God, I have. We'll do a bit of cat brushing on stream. How's that sound? Do some cat brushing. You get to watch my cat be spoiled live on stream. Yeah, we're not doing TF2 anymore. This is a cat stream now. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Uh-huh, and I went to your belly. My god, you're so fucking spoiled. Look at this fucking slug. Look at this lump of lard that I have the pleasure of being in my home. Look at you. Oh, what, are you done? You don't want more brushes? You done? There you go. Some more of your dander removed. Not even conscious of the audience that is witnessing this. I could do a full Echo stream. It's entirely possible. I don't do TF2 anymore. This is it. Four-hour cat petting stream with Sting badge in the background. Hell yeah. I could easily do that. Echo's tiny brain could not comprehend the 600 people watching her through the camera. No, I think she's content with just having me. No one else in the household can do this. She's the only person that I am the only person that she lets me rub her belly like this. Only person. You are just a little shit. I have to play the game now. I can't pet you all day. I mean, I could, but then I'd get nothing done. This cat stream is amazing. Hey. She appreciates the compliment. You can literally see she's got a little soul patch here. Little soul patch down there. Oh, yeah, see? Uh-huh, yep. And she's licking my finger. Anyway. Let me put my camera back. Get to playing TF2 for a bit. Ah, fuck, it's all out of whack. Blah. There we go. Better? Better. Better. There we go. Back to Team Fortress. And let me quickly put on condoms. So, okay. Not what I meant to do. People are in, buddy. In. Shit, both of my servers are full. You love to see it. It's hopping. Buy me a drink first. No. Oh wait, did I just turn off hiding decals? I'm an idiot. Well, whatever. I don't care. I'm stupid and wasn't paying attention. I'm opening a cough drop. Why'd you get scared? We'll take the decal. We'll see what decals we get. I don't want to play on a German server. I don't want to have to play with 100 ping. It's not my preferred way to play. Why is it taking me so long to get my own server? Oh, the map's changing, that's why. No big deal. We're going to steal. Let's do it. Your fucking gun. You're live on YouTube? Slurs. Like, I feel like that only works on people... I can't find my words. It only works on people that are bothered by slurs. Like, for me, you can scream all manner of obscenities in my face. I just don't care. See, I want to look at that. Can I look at that? Look at this fucking abomination of a gun. Look at this. Look, that is a hot mess. So, I don't know about y'all, but I have been more or less addicted to playing Medic lately. It's really all I've been playing. I don't know why. Just Medic and Spy, and really nothing else. Am I good? Yeah, Joey, come on in. Come, if you want to play on my server, go for it, man. You might have to wait for a slot to open. But, what I need to do is, I need to add you to, like, the VIP list so you can, like, do the connect direct with IP so you can play whenever you want. Actually, you know what? I have got to stop spilling my goddamn drinks. That is 2 streams in a row where I've done this. Thankfully, not on my keyboard this time. I was gonna make a sticky note reminding me to plug you in later. And now I have to wash my fucking rag. Gosh darn it. Fuck, my desk is gonna be sticky! No, because it's juice! Fuck! It's so annoying. Joey, I blame you. This is your fault. This is entire... I need, like, a trucker cup holder. I need a trucker's cup holder. So I can properly have drinks on my desk and not have this shit. Put that on the floor because I gotta take that to the hamper later. Anyway, let's go. Let's do it. Here you go. I'll just Uber you. Go crazy. Annihilate everything. You are the Flog Pyro. Burn. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. And their whole team is Pyros. Get a glass mouse pad. It has less friction. I don't think I like the idea of a glass mouse pad. You hit it just right, it'll shatter. It's like the people that have like a glass back on their phones. I hate that shit. I don't like having a glass back on my phone, because if I drop it in just the right way, the whole thing's gonna shatter. I immensely dislike it. Oh, they have a sentry gun there. Ooh, good. Go get him. Go get him, Tiger. Oh, Lord. What? Thank you, medic, for your lovely timing on that. Here, can I have someone else to heal? I'll heal you. Come over here. I got you. Oh, please kill him. That's me leaving. Glass is used for very specific places, and not your devices and holdable objects. I mean, I would assume glass is used for windows. That's like the main thing. Alright. You're getting Ubered whenever I'm ready. Listen, I'd imagine glass anythings exist. You can make anything out of glass if you put your mind to it. So, the concept of a glass mouse just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Here, let's go. Let's just go walk at them. Come on. Come on. Just get up here. No, get up here. Get up here and just absolutely demolish everything. Oh, kill the gun. There we go. There we go. And that's all it took. Glass toilet sounds awful. Would you, like, listen, I don't know about you guys. I'm a big boy. If I were to sit down the way I normally do on a glass toilet, I'm gonna be going to a hospital. That's just asking for severe cheek lacerations. I don't think I'm ready for that. I'm gonna die. Oh my god! Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. I would ideally like to not go to the hospital with severe cheek lacerations. Oh, there's just a lot of things here. God. We do indeed love the Blutsauger. I know I do. Dead by Daylight players wouldn't be able to use a glass mousepad to get broken within 10 minutes of pure anger and rage. I think that's applicable to basically any PvP game. In any PvP game, a glass mousepad is an awful idea. Because the inevitable end... We have 3 just snipers firing down this goddamn hallway. The inevitable end is someone raging and slamming on their keyboard, and then it's over. It's curtains. Just go. Go, Tiger. You can... Just chilling there, okay. I gotcha. I don't know, back in my, my more youthful days, I'd slam on a desk. I just don't have the energy to get that angry anymore. I really don't. I still get angry about things, but not to the point where I'm throwing shit around the room. Unpopular opinion, Steel is the best map, not my favorite map in the game. I don't know if it's the best. I'd consider it good, I'd consider it fun, but the best? I don't know about that. It's certainly a good map here, I got you, bud. Just... You're so low. Got him. In that moment, Solemn Vow came in handy. I knew I could kill him. And it worked. Listen, Christmas hats still break me. I still feel parts of my soul leave my body whenever Valve adds a new Christmas hat. Like the one I'm witnessing right now. This is a crime against humanity. If this was added into any game, billions must. Like, it should be a crime that I have to look at that. Let's go to the point. There's a point to cap. Here, please, 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 please. I'm just doing that for a minute. There we go. Get on the point. Nope, nope. Where the fuck did you go? Oh! Nope, I'm not staying there. Ooh, yes. Good sentry placement. That is fantastic. Yes. For a bet, I'm 24. Am I in my early 20s or consider my mid-20s? No, mid-20s is like 25. 25 is the middle of the decade, okay? Once you're beyond that, then, like, 25 is technically the only middle. So 25, mid-20s. Again, you could extend it to be like 24 to 26, then that's like mid-20s. But for me, mid is 25. I mean, you could make looking at not safe for work illegal? What? Go, 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 go. Just go. Go slaughter. Oh, we have lots of fun here. What?! Still a firm believer in removing random crits on that thing. Can't connect to my service for some reason, always fails at 4 retries. Are you in Russia? For some reason, Russian players have a very hard time connecting to my servers, and I just don't know why. I've looked into it, but I don't have a solution. Or just in that part of the world in general, I don't know what to do. I could disable random crits just for that weapon. Not the worst idea. Do we have 3 medics? We just might. Just make it in Stockholm, please. I mean, I have a couple of European servers. Are those the servers you have issues connecting to? Oh, here. You are not in good shape. Disable random crits for all... No, random crits will stay in the game, except on weapons that I hate. Also, no one's figured out the new sniper nerf yet. Still waiting for someone to figure that one out. I swapped out the old one for a new one. No one's caught it yet. We'll see how long it takes. I'm curious how you came up with your aliases for Steam name. It's just random shit that I come across on the internet, or dumb shit my friends say. There's no method behind it other than coming across something silly and then putting that as my alias because it's too funny. Here, go. Let's go. Walk at them. Oh, thank you. Come here. I'm auto-balanced? Okay, fine. Sure. Why not? Go away. Zoom game. Well, can we defend for 9 minutes? Probably not. What was the old nerf? The old nerf was I extended the crit on headshot from 0.2 seconds to 0.4, and no one really noticed. We got him. But the new one, no one's caught yet either. Here, I got you, bud. I don't use crossbow. I use fucking needles. Like a champ. Spy? No, you're not. Oh, God. See, they can come from that way, and that scares me. I don't want to go that way. Slower weapon switch speed? No, that's not it either. Where is that sniper? I'm being looked at from somewhere. Where is that dot coming from? Oh, he's over there. Oh, God. Sniper nerf proposal. I'm gonna die. I'm just dead. I looked away for 2 seconds. Sniper nerf proposal. Reverse critical damage fall off. Close range headshots do max 75 damage before ramping it back up. Hit H hammer unit limit of IDK, me not Shonik. That is not the first time I have seen that proposed. I don't know if it's the best or worst idea. Merits experimentation. Absolutely merits some kind of experimentation to see if it would work well. How the fuck did you get up there? Where did you come from? What? The heavy just floated down from somewhere. Like, on my end, where did you appear from? Okay, I was gonna scream if he just walked into the fucking pit. I would have lost my mind. Hold on, we're cycling heals. I can't heal everyone fast enough. Magical teleportation magic. Truly, truly terrifying. Here, what, does one of y'all have a flog? Come here. You do, don't you? Come on, let's go. Just come abuse these poor souls. Come abuse him. Get him, Tiger. Alright, that's me leaving. Medigun is so nice. How much is it worth? This is not cheap. This Medigun is not cheap. I'm happy I got it. So, there's a very interesting story behind this. So, this is once again, a strange factory new high rollers in my possession. So, what I did a couple weeks back is on Manco store, I spotted a fucking $28 factory new coffin nail Medigun, a civilian grade. I'm like, you know what? That's just too cheap for me to not buy and dump that into a 10%. And so I hit it, and I got a 10%, so I got a factory new freelance grade gentleman skin. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll 10% that too. So I turned $28 into about $2,500. And if there's one skin that I regret selling when I cashed out, it was this one. So I'm glad I got one back. Don't gamble. You will always lose. Don't do it. Please never ever repeat what I did. You will lose everything. You have, okay, to just run the statistics, that's 2 10% in a row, right? That is a 1 in 100 chance. Do not do it. Let's go. No, let's go this way. No, it's cooler to go this way. There's things in this direction. Come here. Thing is, I mean, I got a gold pan years ago at this point. So, but yes, I did get one back in like 2020, 2019. I don't remember exactly. Long time ago at this stage. Ancient fucking history. Can you friendly in this server? Preferably not. Please don't friendly. People like this server is for playing the game. Being a friendly is not playing the game. Here, just annihilate. Go. You guys are pushing out too far and I'm gonna die. Fuck it, I'll do it too. He missed. So who needs to heal things? I know you're not a fan of prop pump, but what do I think of tf2 wear? It's not really my thing. Like, if I want to play something that's tf2 wear, I'll just go, like, play WarioWare or something. I mean, I've done it before. It's fine, it's fun. It's just not something I like going out of my way to do. It's okay. It's just okay. You're better off putting that money into your savings account. Oh dear God. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, I found the next weapon I'm removing. No more bushwhacker. Favorite hat, Medic's Mountain Cap. 100%. Medic's Mountain Cap 100% is my current #1 hat in the game. What games do I have in my backlog that aren't TF2? A lot. Like, I still have to play Dead Space. I'd like to do all the Dead Space games on stream. I'd like to do all the Metroid Prime games on stream. I would like to play fucking, all the other Dark Souls games on stream. I have so many games I want to play on stream, man. Another question, you like driving combat games? What is a driving combat game? Like, give me an example of a driving combat game. That is a genre that I am not familiar with. Is he dead? Oh. Nope, he's up there. The trick with spies is to not move. A consistent through line with spies is to just not move. What do I do in this situation? Just we lose. It's fine. Twisted Metal and Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks. I've not tried either. But yeah, I have heard of Twisted Metal before, I've not tried it. Mad Max or Twisted Metal. I've not tried one. I'd have to try one first before I could say in confidence, yeah, buy it for me. But I would prefer that. Listen, I appreciate the gesture. Like if you want to buy me a game or something, but it's gonna end up in purgatory where I just kind of never play it. So I feel like it'll be a waste. I'll take recommendations. I'll take any and all game recommendations. But it's not gonna be a guarantee that I'm gonna play it. Do I have any weapons disabled on my server right now? No, but after today, I can think of at least one. Bushwhacker's going bye-bye. Whenever you try to equip the Bushwhacker, it kicks you out of the game. That's what I'm gonna do. That is a very expensive hat. It's the head splitter. Here, do you want to like... Here, come this way. Come up here. Go. Walk out there. Up. I can post the link to the Toho playlist that I'm listening to. Remind me to do it. Oh, well. He gets to live. There, this is a chaotic match, holy fuck. You hate us, my favorite weapons are banned? Not right now. How many mechs do we have? 2? I'm play heavy. I have an unusual rotation sensation. Do I think it's a nice hat? Yeah, I think it's okay. If I were to rate the rotation sensation, I would give it like a, you know, it's like a 7, 6.5 out of 7, somewhere in that range. What do we do? Oh dear God. Ow. I have not. I need to actually play Dead Space all the way. Dead Space is 1, 2, and 3 is what I need to do. You mentioned Terraria a bit ago, and they just announced a major update coming in 3 days. They might address the wiki game stuff. That'd be nice. Might entice me to go play the game. Am I going to stream the new Deadlock update? Probably not. I don't know. Deadlock's just not... It's not really my kind of game. I'll try the new game mode. If I enjoy the new game mode, then yeah, I could do it on stream, but... maybe, maybe not. There's too much shit there to play heavy. Actually... What do you mean no dead slot? The game seems okay. I take no issues with the game. I enjoyed it when I played it. It's certainly different. It's certainly not Team Fortress 2. Man, I wanted that. It would have been so funny. Oh lord, everyone's coming this way now. Oh god. Oh fuck, what have I done? What have I done? Please! Please! Thank you! Oh. I recommend Ultra Kill. I've watched gameplay footage of Ultra Kill. It gave me a headache. I don't know if that's something I want to play. It seems a bit much. Let me through. Let me through! I can't go through yet. A single backstab on someone that was going to die. Do RoboCop Rogue City? What is RoboCop Rogue City? It sounds cool. Why'd I even bother with a gun? I should just also not playing Spy on stream. Play something easier. Something where I don't have to pay attention. I'd recommend Empire of the Undergrowth if you like RTS and insects. Interesting. Maybe. Enter the Gungeon, that is one game that made me so fucking angry, I never want to touch it again. I've mentioned this on stream before, but it's fun, but if you get a bad roll, if you get bad world generation, it completely ruins a run. It is so AIDS. It is misery. I fucking hate it. I'll never play it again. I will never ever play that game again. Rogue City is a RoboCop FPS game made by the guys that made Terminator Resistance. Both are fucking dope. I will have to look. I will have to look. I just wish I had more time for games in general. I really don't. Like, in the rare moments I do have time for games, I almost always just go back to things my friends are playing or what I already enjoy instead of trying new things simply by nature of, am I really gonna like waste the time trying something new, or am I gonna go back to something I already find fun? You feel me? Oh dear God. Of course, there's just a spun up brass beast heavy. If you play the first Dead Space, play on the remake instead of the OG 2008 version. The remake aligns better with the lore of later sequels. Duly noted. I've been told the exact opposite. To play the original and not the remake. About management games like Factorio. Those can also be fun. I just have to really get in a mindset to invest a fuckload of hours. Which is, again, it's a time problem. I do enjoy those kinds of games. The problem is time. And I just don't have it. I wish I did. Let's bully this point for a bit. Let's go over here. So let's see here. Oh, hello. I've not played Risk of Rain 2 either. There's many games I've not played. I really gotta get to them. How did that... Oh, there's a sentry gun there. I tried Warframe like 12 years ago, and I did not enjoy it. I know it's not the same game anymore because it's been so long. But again, new games, I usually just stick to what I know, because that's what I find fun. And trying new things is, again, a time investment. Just bullying everyone's over here. Give me a rocket. Oh, there's a heavy down there. Unfortunate. This is not gonna work. We need something different here. Different approach. I played Payday 2 for a bit. Also, just not my kind of game. Just grinding the same shit over and over again. Just not very fun for me. Warframe gets boring once you get everything, but to be fair, there's a lot to do before you get to that point. Yeah. I don't know. Just not for me. And now I'm focusing like too hard on the game and not paying attention to my chat. I sincerely apologize. Oh God, get me out of there. I need this ammo. Play Peggle? No. Not my kind of game. It is not my kind of game. I find this conversation boring. Now people are just naming games in chat that I've not played, so all I can say is, sure, I don't know, yes, or I'll try that. Different topic. This is like circular and goes nowhere. I've not played many games. Not quite my tempo. I could play tf2. That's what I'm doing right now, actually. Oh, they're just all over here. Oh, fuck me. Fucking knockback. Can I name the games I have played? No, I honestly couldn't. I've been collecting playing with YouTubers like Infinity Stones. I've played with you, Gabbard, Twerk, Uncle Dane. Be much harder to find though. Just gotta stalk them. I recommend stalking all of your favorite YouTubers. Totally don't develop parasocial relationships and follow them everywhere they go. That's what you need to do. It's the only way. Are there people over here? No, there's not. What do I think of Blue Sky? It's dead, so I'm never gonna use it. Oh, the crit hitting nobody. It makes me so sad. I don't know, like, Blue Sky attempted to be a Twitter alternative, and then it's basically dead. And anytime I go on there, I just see the most insane shit. It's like an entirely specific demographic migrated from Twitter over onto Blue Sky, and it's just, messy. No thanks. Like, all the people that moved to Blue Sky were the ones saying, I'm moving to Blue Sky! I'm getting out of here! Bye. That's my response to that. Bye. And that's where it ended. I started watching Freyren. It's, decent. I've not finished it, though. I need to finish it. Demo man. Think of Tesla making you pay a subscription to have auto drive? That's stupid. If I buy a car, it just needs to do everything it's supposed to do after I buy it. Having a subscription service for any part of the vehicle's functions is, I think, a mental illness. Why would you ever have that? It sounds awful. Yeah, the concept of auto drive is also fucking terrifying. I don't know why that's street legal. Then again, with the amount of idiot drivers that are on the roads, at least in America, it's probably safer than the idiots that are on the road that should just not be allowed to drive. I am a firm believer in not only IQ tests for driving, but also an annual driver's test to make sure that you can still drive and you're not a fool. Because there are just so many people on the roads that cannot drive. And also, I firmly believe, sub 90 IQ, you cannot drive. Sub 90 IQ, you cannot drive a car. It is way too dangerous of an activity. You should not be allowed behind the wheel. It is very important. Alright, we can get back over here. Let's do some... Oh, why? I fucking fat-fingered the right-click button. Oh my god. I'm stupid. I believe we should have an IQ-based caste system. I also think we need IQ tests for internet access. We need IQ limitations for internet access. Sub 90, not allowed online. Take an IQ test before you can drive. Take an IQ test before you can own a smartphone. If you have an IQ below 90, no smartphones are allowed. No smartphones, you only get a flip phone with like the giant grandpa buttons. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen like the grandpa remotes with the giant buttons on them? That, but a flip phone. No smartphones for you. You are not allowed access to the World Wide Web. It should be a crime to have to see the opinion of them. It would also kill Twitter. Good. Of course I'm kidding. I'm not being serious here. Just like for the record, I'm playing it up as a fucking joke. What? This is fucking email I just got. IQ-based matchmaking is also not a bad idea.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
I really gotta get an agent for my channel. We need IQ tests before people enter MVM. IQ tests for everything. Basic day-to-day functions now require IQ tests. I'm getting fucking cold again. My heater's been off. I gotta turn it back on. Now I'm getting cold.
10 seconds.
Get that shit back.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Oh, of course he gets random crits. Thank you. Great time. Great fucking timing. Saved me. That was not the guy I was going for, but you know what? I'll take it. Oh, hi. Come here. Oh, fuck. Can we talk about the next Minecraft stream? Why? What's there to talk about? I will be playing Minecraft. That's what's gonna happen on the next Minecraft stream. It's just more Minecraft. IQ tests for dating apps. It's already a solid litmus test for intelligence if you're willingly using a dating app. My IQ dropped by at least 17 points when I started using a dating app. I do not recommend it. That did not kill him. I'm so sad. Dating apps are fucking terrible. It's much like job searching. It's much like job sites. 80% of the listings are not real, and the rest are not women. If you play the OG instead of the remake first, you are handicapping yourself with outdated lore and mechanics just so you can earn the upgrades. Please don't listen to nostalgia purists. Good to know. What's my current dating strategy? Do nothing. That's my strategy right now, is just fucking doing nothing. Is it working? No. Is it preserving my sanity as opposed to using a dating app? Yes. I mean, I could do the normal things like, you know, go outside, go to more social places, try to meet new people, but nah, not the way I roll. I stay inside all the time, and if I meet nobody, I die. That's how it goes. It is the Valve strategy, yes. Do nothing and win. Maybe someday. Come here, come closer. Remember, strategy, don't move. If you move in the presence of a spy, you lose. I need ammo. What do you recommend to get a job? Feels like I'm throwing CVs and at a talking trash can. So a lot of the job search websites that you use, many of the listings are not real. Like, it's some crazy statistic of like 80% of the job listings on those websites are already taken and they're gone. And they're only using these websites like LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, but like the job listing websites basically to farm data off you and then sell that to other companies for their internal statistics on how to hire more people. So whenever you're applying to a job on those online websites, you are quite literally wasting your time. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your breath, and the only way those fucking resumes even get looked at by a human inside of those corporations is if their AI systems pick up specific keywords. And if you don't have any of those specific keywords in your resume, it immediately goes into the trash. So, it is a fucking waste of time. If you're looking for a job, best thing to do, get into contact with a human being, find employee emails and try emailing them directly if you know there's like a potential job listing. If you happen to know somebody at the company or know someone that knows somebody, try to get a more personal connection, otherwise it's never gonna go anywhere. That's what you gotta do, is talk to a human. Dumping things into a computer online is just, it's guaranteed to fail. Give me this. I used to talk with a girl at the gym here and there, not to flirt necessarily, but friendly chat. Now I start to meet a lot of mean people overall, and I don't know why. Could just be where you are. I don't know, certain environments harbor certain types of personality, be it negative or otherwise. I saw a rather attractive female at the gym yesterday. Fantasized about 15,000 different ways I'd walk up and say hello. Did I act on any of them? Nah. That's the plan. That's what you do. We are just stuffing them into their spawn. Not gonna lie, being single is fun. You don't rely on anyone else's schedule. I already rely on, like, 20 other people's schedules. What's one more? What's one more on the pile of schedules I have to worry about? We overthink to earn the right to overthink. It's true. Overthinking is the name... Where did that come from? Overthinking is the name of the game. Ooh, let's, Cactus Canyon. Yes, please. Should have asked if she wanted to be free. You know what, Maduro? I probably should have asked if she was a free woman. Hashtag. Didn't do it, and I missed out on probably the best opportunity of my life. Can I get up here? 4 seconds. Count to 4 in my head. There we go. I fucked up my charge. I fucked up! I want Cactus Canyon. I've been single my whole life, and with my bad experience with people, it's probably staying that way. Yeah, it's hard to put yourself out there when you've gone through shitty experiences. And, I mean, speaking from experience, I would say the overwhelming majority of my experiences with women ended poorly. And so it's like, do I really want to put myself back out there? Not really. I'm not especially feeling it. That was not enough. So, it's just the risk you take. Is inevitably you're gonna come across assholes, but if that's the only thing stopping you, then you're quite literally gonna get nowhere in life. Bottle. No, yeah, it also helps to surround yourself with people that you want to be around. Don't surround yourself with people that bring you down, because then you bring yourself down, and you make yourself feel worse, and none of it's good. Surround yourself with people that lift you up and support you, and your life will be much better for it. Highly recommend. Postmodernism has ruined core values, and therefore the interactions between individuals, everything feels so artificial. I think because a lot of people are afraid of repercussions for their actions that happen in public. They're afraid of being perceived in a certain way, or represented in a certain way that's not actually reflective of who they are as a person. Simply because it's, like, valuable to paint people as bad things these days and to get social clout for it. That whole song and dance. So, actually, you know what? I'm gonna back off and let them cap because I want to keep playing. Here, just feel free to kill me. Let it happen. I respect single people, but I do heavily rely on having someone. Single men I've noticed underestimate the value of their independence. I mean, I've been mostly single my entire life. I've only ever dated, like, 1.5 people. So, I am more than comfortable with the ins and outs of my own independence. I'm just tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. I want something different. I'm fucking tired of it. I need something fresh. I enjoy being with somebody and connecting with someone at a deeper level. And it's very fun having that. Maybe someday I'll get that back again. We shall see. Yeah, I call it half because because this is my own fault. It was the first person I ever dated. So, like, I don't think we were ever, like, really clear as to why we were seeing each other. And so, like, in my mind, oh yeah, I'm seeing you because, like, I'm interested in you. Do you want to hang out? Like, we already knew each other and we're, like, kind of friends. So it's like, oh yeah, you know, see if this goes anywhere. But in her mind, I guess it was just like, we're hanging out. And so we were a thing and dated for, like, half a year. Or a little more than that. And then I got hit with the, oh, I view you as a sibling. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. I guess that's where that's going. And it just went nowhere. So that's why I call it half a relationship, because it never really was. It never really was, but I learned a lot. I learned that communication is very important. And understanding what and like laying down what expectations are. Because if you don't do that, then you're wasting your time. You're 20 years old and never dated anybody? My first actual date was when I was 29. You have time. Don't worry. You have all the time in the world. Don't feel like you have to rush it. Because I certainly didn't, and I'm okay. You see what started happening Wednesday? People started queuing for Payload Race? As like why? Is there a reason for it? I don't know. This is what we in the business call being led on. There's no way she didn't know. I mean, I knew she knew. The problem is, like, what's the ulterior motive, though? Like, what ulterior motive could have there been? I don't know. I don't think there was a bad one. It just... I don't even fucking know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. Is there such thing as close female friends? It's very, very rare. It's very rare, and usually, whenever there's a friendship between a man and a woman, one is almost always holding out for the other, in some capacity. It's extremely rare for there to be, like, a close male-female friend without one developing feelings for the other. It's just how male-female chemistry works. And anyone says, like, oh yeah, it's like, I'm really good friends with this guy, he's, like, super close. It's like... Either he feels something for you, or you feel something for him, and it's unrequited. Damn, I've been the woman in that scenario. She might have not... What? She might very not known. Potentially. I think that's a part of the problem. You don't have any... I don't know what HG is. Again, it's possible. It's just super, super, ultra rare for there to be no deeper feelings going one way or the other with like an ultra close male or female friend. It's extremely rare. At some point in their relationship, somewhere in the past, one had feelings for the other and possibly still does. Opinion on long-term online dating. It can work. It's hard. Speaking from experience, because I mean, you're not ever going to be in the same room with the person. You have to go well out of your way to actually go and see them, and that makes things very difficult. But it's doable. It's possible. I mean, my sister married someone that she met online and lived 2 states over. So they had a long-term online relationship, and they're married now. So it works out. It happens. That's why you have to take more estrogen so you can think like a woman, thus know what women want. I'd rather not fuck up my body. No. I mean, they've been together for years now, so all is well on that front. No, I do not have a girlfriend, hence why we're having this conversation. Back into the prime bachelor pool, baby. I'm out of water. Fuck. He's just... What is this taunt meant to be? That's the question. That's just having a good time in the kiddie pool together. I don't even know what this taunt is meant to be. There's 2 of them now. Oh, is it the new flag taunt? Well, he's holding his wrench. I know someone who found their spouse in World of Warcraft. They moved for them would be a 15-hour drive. I mean, that happens more now than ever before. So many people meet their significant other and spouse online. Just by nature of more people meeting each other online. It's just the natural progression of having more people meeting each other online. People are going to meet the love of their life and make it work, even if they're far away. Met my girlfriend on Roblox 10 years ago. Nuts. Here, you go crazy. Listen, buddy, what you need to be doing right now is not focusing on the guys that are invincible, but just walking forward and killing things that are not invincible. This is a problem. Where is that fucking mini-sentry? Oh, it's down there. Fuck. Where do you even meet people online for dating? You don't... That's step one, is don't go into internet spaces for the sake of dating. It's not going to work out well. Hey, any single... I caught you! I mean, it's good artwork. I caught you. Caught red-handed ogling at the Fempyro booty. But hey. Oh no, I know this is Sarfong. They do all really good Fempyro art. Very talented artist. No, what? Delete the VOD? Nope, caught red-handed, buddy. That's going in the archives. Anyway, when it comes to, like, finding people online to date, again, don't go into an online space with the expectation of finding someone to date. Step one is, you gotta make a friend, and if you're not making a friend, then you're definitely not finding someone to date. So it's just not gonna work out. Medic, please. Oh no. Please! Thank you! Alright, here, let's go, buddy. Here, look over you. Go crazy. Oh, this way works better, actually. Thoughts on Horrific Head Splitter, Ghastly Ghost Jr.? I like that effect. It's decent. The Ghastly Ghost and Haunted Phantasm, those are very old effects now. They're okay. They're not, like, whoa, amazing, but they're not terrible. They're definitely more of the subtle effects, and they're just okay. They're not all that in a bag of chips. Kill this man. Dude, beggars with the base jumper. Can't say I've seen that combination many times. Hold on, I'm working on it. I'm trying to heal all y'all. Oh, please. See, this is where the amputator would come in handy right now. It's one of one forever? Cool. Hold on to it forever. And never give it to a traitor main. Here, you. Come be the invincible anchor. And now we can push the cart. Oh, you fuck. An online friend actually introduced me to a girl who I became friends with, but that ended up poorly because I got feelings, and now I'm not sure I'd be open to stuff like that again. That's... Again, it's a risk you take, you know? Come across someone, develop feelings for them, they don't reciprocate, well, shit, that's awkward now. You gotta take the risk, otherwise you'll never, ever find the person you're gonna be with. Hey you, Yoshi here, do you love hashtag free women? Go ahead and vote silver for hot werewolf bitches in your local MOBA slot today. Oh my god. That's in reference to the new Dead Slop character, I assume. Here, you... Can you go do something about that? Oh god. Currently only playing Deadlock in the new game mode is pretty fun so far. I do want to try it. I will definitely go give it a shot. Because the current game mode, the main one, is just not my cup of tea. Hello, friend. Do we have teammates here? We do. The new game was more fast-paced? Yes, which is what I like, and also it's like your upgrades are randomized or something like that? See how it goes. Buddy. Buddy. Why are they coming from both ways? When you think about it, most things that are worth doing have some risk to them, and if you don't take that risk, you're gonna end up doing nothing. Well, yeah, of course. That's just life in general. Gotta take a risk, otherwise it'll be, of course. Gotta take the risk, otherwise nothing happens. And life gets very boring. Later, it will be like actual team-based game as tf2 for some reason if they connected their gears? In reference to Deadlock? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see how these things go. That's an Ubered Flog Pyro. Just gonna stay over there? Oh, there you are. Got him. We got him. It depends. Well, I mean, yeah, you have to weigh outcomes, right? Like, is the risk worth the potential reward, etc., etc. Living 101. Being alive 101. Is the risk worth taking for the payout? And if not, don't do it. How it is. Do I go down this alley to get there faster, or do I keep my kidneys? Yes, very, very simple life questions. That's just life. Maybe, like, go this way. Fucking hell. Why does risking feel like a competition, as if I compete with others and resources are limited? I mean, that happens often in life. That is part of living. Is you are usually competing with other people for some kind of resource or some kind of outcome. There are a finite amount of positions in this world, a finite amount of endings. It's not everything, though, but that's just life. This guy should just not be alive. He's so low. Would you rather be rich and happy or poor and sad? Like, that's not even a contest. Like, of course I'd rather be rich and happy. That's not even... I think you meant to say, would I rather be poor and happy or rich and sad? I'd rather be happy regardless of the amount of money I have. And usually the more money you have, the more problems you end up developing. As some people say, more money, more problems. You end up having more financial responsibilities and burdens that you have to keep track of, and that adds more stress to your life. I'd rather be poor and happy. Would I rather get $1 billion of ball cancer? Run. Please get me out of here. Just run. Just book it. Oh dear God, this is nuts. I can heal you. Come on, come on. Just go kill things. Go lay waste. Come on, walk into the enemy team and murder them. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We did it. What age is actually appropriate to play TF2? I mean, even though the game's rated M for mature, most people don't abide by that anyways. A child should not be playing this game, but fucking 15-year-old boys do dumb shit online all the time. It's like, whatever. 15, 16, sure. 12? No. Like, legally speaking, if you're a minor in your country of residence, you should not be playing Team Fortress 2. Do you think conscious is our biological bodies following universal law under the right conditions, or it comes from something more complex we don't understand? I think our consciousness and ability to be self-aware, and even the fact we can even question if there is something like a higher power, does come from something that we don't fully understand. Hence why religion exists. I played when I was 14. I started playing when I was... How old was I? 16? 16. 16 is when I played TF2 for the first time. I started at 10, which was 12 years ago. 10's a bit young. 10's a little bit young. It's actually very young. I would not recommend a 10-year-old to play this game. In fact, I probably would not recommend any 10-year-old to play video games. Like, 10-year-olds should be playing outside and doing fun things of that nature. Playing with toys still. Playing with friends outside, not playing video games. A 10-year-old on the internet is a quick way to ruining their life from a young age. Get them outside. Get them some worldly experience. Get them having fun with other human beings. And don't rot their brains with the doldrums and the darkness of fucking online discourse with anybody. Or anything on the internet. No 10-year-old should have it. No fucking... Like, no one under the age of 15 or 16 should be using the internet on a regular basis, let alone social media. It's so wildly terrible for mental health. And self-image, you know, by extension of that. Just, it should not be allowed. Like, if you actually care about your child, do not let them have access to social media at a young age. It'll ruin them. Kids younger than 15 should never get internet access. Maybe controlled internet access, but it's definitely not something like social media. Like, no Facebook page, no Twitter accounts, none of that shit. It's not good to be exposed to that at a young age and cooking your brain. Weirds me out how many 15 and under-year-old kids are on the godforsaken internet. I also agree. It's a little bit bonkers that there are so many children, like actual kids. Turn around, please. Kill this man. Here, you heal him. Or I'll heal him, you heal me, please. I've had uncontrolled internet access since I was 10. I've been lucky with avoiding most of the bad shit that came with it. I mean, I was lucky too. Granted, when I was growing up, the internet was a very different place. And nowadays, the volume of people looking to exploit and harm others online is higher now than ever before. And I got lucky back in the late 90s and early 2000s when I was using the internet that I didn't come across someone looking to hurt me or take advantage of me. I got exceptionally lucky. Nowadays, it happens all the time. And now that the vast majority of internet traffic is being condensed into fewer and fewer spaces, vulnerable young people are being juxtaposed right against all the people looking to take advantage of them at an alarming rate. It's terrifying. Like Roblox, for example. It's crazy that parents were super wary in the 2000s and now they leave their kids with smartphones. Exactly! We've gone in the opposite direction. Like, when I was growing up, like, we were, like, fear-mongered. We were convinced to be terrified of sharing any kind of revealing or personal information on the internet. Like, no names, no addresses, no credit card information. Now people hand these things out so freely to so many other online services that it's just second nature. It's like, here's my full name, address, email address, credit card information, social security. Fuck it, have all of it. It's all for the taking. Because we place so much trust into these websites to not give that information to people that'll take advantage of it or abuse it, right? But like when I was growing up, it's like, never tell someone your name. Never do that shit. Don't talk to strangers. And now on the internet, we give or now in like the modern time, we give like a 13-year-old a goddamn iPhone. Like nothing good can come from that. Turn around and kill things. Come back, I'm healing you. Let the other full health heavy go. Go! Is this why more people have been getting hacked lately? I think, well, I mean, yeah, I think that's a huge factor is people so easily relinquish their information just because it's so normal. Like, here, make this account. Here, give your name, give your address. And if you're a dumb 13-year-old kid whose parents are also so socially accustomed to handing out that information so freely, then guess what's gonna happen? Your kids are gonna do the same thing too, and then you're fucked. That's a spy. Oopsie. That's also a spy. Kill this man. Turn. No, you're not. You're not doing this. You're not doing this. I had to reload. Children getting VR headsets and then getting exposed to certain content which they shouldn't be even around to begin with. And it's like, it's frustrating because it's all the fucking parents' fault. The parents need to be controlling what their kids are doing. But now it's become so easy for them to let the internet raise their kids or let like other people other than themselves raise their kids. You have so many youngins just falling into this awful trap of awful things. Take my money, stranger on the internet. Thank you, stranger on the internet, for the money. Much appreciated. The amount of gore you could find on the internet without searching for it nearly in the early 2000s was nuts. I mean, it's easier now too. Just open Twitter. You can spend 15 minutes on Twitter and be exposed to all manner of horrors. Because they don't censor anything on there. Or they do, or they suppress it, but like it's not that hard to find. Everything's just been like all of the worst things are consolidated into so few places. 4 heavies? Sure, why not? 5 heavies? Why not? Do I hear 6? We just have this fucking mob of Russians. Oh lord. I think we. This is the ideal strategy, it seems. Here on Latin, YouTube has these ads where they explicitly told you that you can download porn. What? How does anyone unironically use Twitter? Genuinely, how do you tolerate that space? I usually don't. I only use it to commission artists. Otherwise, I don't look at it. I have perfectly curated my alt account to only be artists and nothing else. And anytime I'm on the For You tab and Elon tries to slip in some some bullshit politics or something, or some like, oh, this crazy social issue, like so-and-so got exposed for being a evil person. Like, I don't show me that shit. I block the account, I tell it to not show me these things, so it's only artwork and nothing else. And like, these social media platforms are encouraged to show you these inflammatory things in order to get the engagement up, and more eyeballs on more ads is beneficial. So they show you the inflammatory things that keep you reading and keep you engaged. And yeah, it sucks. So I tell it to like not show me that shit. Eventually it tries again. It eventually like tries again. Like after a week later, some new political post like slips into my feed. Like, no, get rid of it. I don't want to see it. I never used Twitter, so did it get worse after Elon? No, in many ways it got better. We got like the functioning community notes, like the egregious censorship finally stopped. So many things improved after Elon bought it. Some things did get worse, like the fact that people can monetize it now, so you have the issue of people farming engagement to make money from Twitter. That's an issue. So you can't immediately, I mean, obviously don't trust things online at face value, but then it gets worse when you have a ton of accounts that are farming these things just so people can engage with their posts and make them money. So that's a problem. No, yeah, he definitely improved Twitter over what it was back in 2020, 2021. Politics is unavoidable. The problem is people shutting others and not even listening to their opinions, which are against their own beliefs. That's also the internet's fault, because there's more value in doing that and slipping into tribalism and fighting, because you are rewarded socially far more when you do that than to engage in any kind of constructive or meaningful discussion with someone you disagree with. Because, oh my god, this discussion is so boring. They're actually just like having an amicable conversation, when instead there's more. The content is better when you're at this cutthroat war with someone you disagree with. Like, you disagree with me on this thing politically? Well, fuck you! I hope you die, you fucking piece of shit! You know. Like, oh my god, 1 million views, guy goes fucking schizo on this person he disagrees with, 85 million likes, whoa, great! Like, it's like, it's more valuable to do that than to engage in a conversation. And so many people do it. And again, that's social media's fault, because they reward being inflammatory, they reward being confrontational, they reward... Well, yeah, they reward being confrontational. They don't reward you for being amicable and kind. I'm leaving. I don't want to stay there. Ow. Reddit is automatically worse than Twitter simply by nature of the fact that people can mass downvote something so no one can see it. Right? Like, you can click on it to reveal it, but the fact you have this upvote downvote system that'll hide like opposing viewpoints that might provide genuine conversation, and it's like, and it's valued to do that. Like, oh my god, this person said this horrible thing, and so they hide it and get rid of it when whatever was hidden could be totally reasonable. It could have been totally reasonable or like a well thought out. You could disagree with it, but it's not like it's an inherently bad thing if it's automatically downvoted into oblivion and then hidden. Making Reddit far more worse for any kind of meaningful conversation. Do not use Reddit. Reddit is terrible. Like, a like-dislike feature is fine. I think that's a good thing. But the fact it hides a post once it gets too many dislikes, that's the problem. Because then you can just shut down opposing discourse on something by mass downvoting it. And the people who scroll through Reddit, let's be honest, people kind of sift through these things very quickly and don't pay much attention to like what's hidden and what's not. Most people are not gonna go out of their way to open what has been hidden. And so it hides the opposing viewpoints, which is not good. Yeah, it encourages purity spirals, yes. It encourages the purity spiral. Oh, you're not God, I can't find the words for these things. I'm terrible at these conversations. That's why I don't like talking politics. Because I'm just not well versed in this kind of discourse at all. Nor do I know that much about these things. But like, oh my God, you don't. I agree with this thing way more than you agree with this thing. Or I disagree with this thing way more than you disagree with this thing. Downvote, hide it. I'm more pure than you are. And then that just encourages people to, again, get more extreme, get more volatile, so they can get the upvotes, so they can get the social clout. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. "4chan isn't even that shutty." 4chan died after 2016. It is a shell of its former self. It was already falling into the pits before that, but 2016 was just done.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
A comment can have 100 ups and 110 downs, resulting in a -10. Yeah, that's also true, right? So like when you have something that has like 70 downvotes, right? Oh shit, it could have gotten 60 upvotes. But you'll never know that, which means it's not as contentious as the downvotes are making it out to be. You know what I mean? So that's also a good point.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, people hate this when like 50% of people could have agreed with it. Like that actually happened to me on that that Reddit post painting, or like trying to describe people downvoting Jill's post as harassment. One guy said downvotes aren't harassment, and he got like 100 upvotes, and then I said downvotes aren't harassment, and then I got 100 downvotes. Saying the exact same thing. YouTube removing dislikes during the Biden era might have killed all modern discourse. Thankfully, we have plugins that bring dislikes back, so at least we have that as a stopgap. And then the only reason why they removed dislikes was to cover the asses of corporations. Also, I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. Now I'm not getting a phone call. Wait, what the fuck? Huh? Ugh. I have to end the stream, unfortunately. I have to go. So. I gotta go. Something came up. So, thanks for hanging out, guys. Sorry I gotta cut it off so suddenly. Y'all take care. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. I was gonna do something else, but I'll put that off until next time. I'm probably gonna stream more than just on Wednesday and Saturday next week. I'll probably do Monday and or Friday as well. And, yeah, I'll let you know inside the Discord with a notification or an announcement. So you guys take care. I'm gonna bounce. Thank you all for your lovely donations, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.